Hello, friends and fiends. We are back with more This Is the President. And back with some more smooth jazz to help officiate it. Oh, thank you so much for the water. Thank you for the crystals. How are you? Music is a little loud. Hold on, let me fix that. Maybe like that. And thank you for letting me know. So, as a really quick recap, there we go. Thank you. We succeeded in getting elected. The last president is an asshole, but he's telling me to keep on denouncing him as an asshole because politics, I guess. But he's still an asshole, make no mistake. My ex-boyfriend from decades ago, who knows that I accidentally ran someone over, was going to reveal both of those facts as in an attempt to destroy me because he's mentally ill. And after, I will specify, after exhausting every other possible option, the game forced me to have him murdered. So, I became a hitman president, apparently. Or a mafioso. Anyway, then we got into the White House and finished the transition. It is now January of the new presidential cycle. And we're in. So let's see what happened with Ellie, our beautiful first lady. Honey, Alvin's wedding was magical. I was especially impressed with Betty Barry's hologram performance. Betty Barry's? And the laser theater. It's embarrassing to even compare it to our 30-person binge. By the way, my mail is flooded with letters from the LGBT community. First Lady, thank you for your progressive life stance and everything in that vein. I'm all about that. I'm all about combining business with pleasure, which increased our perceptions a little bit. Blood on your hands. Yeah, I know. I'm a monster now, for some reason. I can't figure out why I had to do that. The first tweet. Tony knows how to make the presidency go viral. Well, I am a president, so I have to tweet apparently. What's the word, Tony? Man, can you feel it? What it's like to be in power? I'm just starting to realize it. Just yesterday, I went to my Twitter account and saw I had twice as many subscribers as I had a couple days ago. Twice as many, man. Excuse me. Get down, Mr. President. Oh, no. You can't see because I have my body stiffness very high because of the tie, but I ducked. That would be funnier if you had a throw things redeem. I should add one, and I think I will very soon. Excuse me. Very dry air right now. Yes, obviously you're gonna get twice as many. You're now the vice president, Tony. Thanks to me. Do you think people are going crazy for your jokes? Why would you surprise? Yeah, you've become the vice president, of course. Duh. That's right, but I still just can't get used to it. But you know what bothers me the most? You've got 1 million less subscribers than me. That's not right. You're the main guy, not me. If the reporters are paying attention, they're already laughing. But don't worry about it. We're gonna fix everything. I just need to teach you to write viral tweets. Viral tweets? Hold on. Sorry, I had to fix some volume stuff. Yeah, so teach me how to write a viral tweet, Tony. First and only rule. Talk about something that really bothers people. And you don't be afraid of blaming everyone but yourself. That's another rule of good form on the internet. Of course. Let's write a tweet, guys. Climate change will leave millions of Americans homeless. American civil liberties are under a threat. The U.S. Constitution hasn't protected the rights of ordinary people for a long time. Americans don't trust the federal government. Let's do, I don't know, something that's fairly true. And this hasn't protected the rights of order. I mean, it kind of still has, but not as well as it should be. Americans don't trust. That's true, but I don't want to say that about myself now that I'm the federal government. Mr. President! Hey, Roxanne, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. American civil liberties are under threat. Let's give it some spice. The powerful corporations are to blame. Always blame it on them because it's usually their fault. They've sold out to big corporations? What? They got ordinary people over a barrel. Yeah. They've got ordinary people over the barrel. Don't trust the federal government. This is the president. Yeah, this is a mistake. I don't want to say that. And I will show everyone to take good care of the only interests of my fellow Americans. I will only act in the interests of my fellow Americans. This is our country. Okay. What could go wrong? Finally, someone in the White House is following the Constitution. You weren't elected for words, idiot. Do something, damn it. Dang it, political junkie 007. Why you gotta be so mean to me? And then Fizzgag Salvador 212R. You just received a letter from the Nigerian princess, Mr. President. It looks like you're blood related. Read more. Of course not the federal government, the secret government, however. Yes, I am the deep state. Wah. Perfect, man. Consider yourself a step away from the very top of Twitter. Let the other guys bother with hashtags, publication time, and context. You're the president. You've already got their attention. I can't wait for your next tweet. I hope it won't be long before you got more subscribers than me, but watch out. I'm not going to give up without a fight. Hey. Alright, thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. Well, it was a good bump. From the first days of his term, the president has shown class not only in the Oval Office, but also online. No matter what the mainstream media may say about him, as long as the president keeps talking directly to the people, nothing can touch him. That's true. So, Raph, are you trying to be a better president than Uncle Sam? Yeah, definitely, because I'm basically Uncle Sam's daddy now. Let's go. Wait, what? Secure a resort. PR Hurricane. What? Oh, I see. These are two new events. Most powerful servers. I beg your pardon? Anonymous. Mr. President, this is the CEO of a major social network. You've barely stepped into the White House and you're already gaining followers like crazy. My staff is telling me the servers are about to shut down unless we add new ones, but I can't make... Why does it look all shady? This seems like a very ordinary conversation. I need your authority on this. You got it. Use the most powerful servers to handle the workload. I can't let you do that. You should be more considerate of the environment. Get lost. What? Wait. What servers... What's it gonna affect the environment to add more servers? You can't find a fucking warehouse that isn't like nature. Go, just fucking do it. Go ahead. Jeez, come on. You did not get the joke, Himbo Brain President. What did I do? What did I do wrong, Mister? Explain quickly. My secretary of the. You could be the secretary of the interior. Tell me, Mister. Hello, President. How's running the country going? It seems to be going well, Lilith, and welcome, as always, my dear Lilith. It's a pleasure working with you, Mr. President. I'll take care of it right away. I'm sure most of our most powerful services would keep up with all the extra traffic. What? A prankster? Okay, so I was right. It was kind of weird that he was anonymous. How did my staff let that get through to me? I put scam, not Sam. Wait, what? Oh my god, you did. My brain literally just fucking translated it. How dumb. I'm a dumbass. Lol. An anonymous prankster has a feather in his cap today. Their latest victim was none other than the newly elected president. Oh, I can't read this. I can't read it. Get rid of it. I'm going golfing. Francine Lordy, from the coordinator of the Center of Counter-Disinformation. Sir, these Russian propaganda shitheads have completely lost their conscience. They left a bunch of hurtful and badly concocted memes under every inauguration video. One image enraged me so much that I even choked on my cocoa. It shows the president of Russia supposedly signing an order to appoint you. Oh. At the moment of the ratio of comments from your supporters to the Kremlin bots is about 1 to 3, and it's terribly demoralizing for all our fellow citizens. I want to hire 200 people and have them tell the Kremlin bots to go fuck themselves while praising you. Will you allow us to... Yeah, absolutely. I can afford that, probably. Secretary of the Interior, Mr. Burley, ready to work, sir. Welcome, Secretary. Your first order of business is to make sure that nobody anonymous calls me. I want to know who I'm talking to. Kate, my ex-wife. Wait, have I run into her before? I know they mentioned my ex-wife, but we haven't met her, right? Hi, sorry to interrupt. I'm here on an important matter. A few months ago, I was vacationing on the beach in La Jolla, and today I open the fucking sands and see a picture of myself all over the spread, with my fucking naked ass and a caption, sad sight. Do I have to explain why I'm itching to show a sight in the courtroom that these bastards will never forget? Anyway, I wanted to borrow money from you for a good lawyer. Will you help me out of old friendship? I don't know. $100,000 for my ex-wife? It's like, it sounds like we got off on okay terms, but like $100,000, I can't just throw that kind of money around. VPNs prevent that, sir. Please make them illegal. Okay, my second executive order is to make VPNs illegal, except for me. I'm sorry, Kate. I don't have that kind of money. I'm sorry. I just don't have the dosh. I can't do anything. Hey man, I'd hate to spoil your presidential honeymoon, but there's been a disaster. Hurricane Charlize tore through the town of Arkville. They're saying it broke glass in every window of town. The hospitals are flooded, 230 homes were destroyed, and 400,000 people are without electricity. There's one good thing about this nightmare, though. The mayor of Arkville is of that fucking Alan Rickles, the upstart mayor with the selfie stick. The guy who thinks he's going to be the next president in 4 years. You know the one. Remember all the journalists oohing and ahhing about how much better Arkville was under Rickles? They even gave him the Best Mayor in America award. Let's see how well our best man does when his town has been washed away. I bet he can't even pull up his pants without presidential assistance. Thanks, Tony. Buddy, why haven't you signed anything yet? Yes, Ellie says that any measure needs to be lobbied first, but the people expect immediate results from us now. Events marked with special icons unlock new opportunities and items, which can help run the country more effectively. Okay, I'll make sure to do that. Oh, but they both have one. Interesting. Let's go ahead and sign a document. Lobbying in progress. No, I need to sign it. What? Are you telling me it's not? I have to wait till February? Fuck me. Okay, fine. We'll have to wait till February to take care of that. A growl? A presidential growl for Lilith, of course. Thank you, dear. Always for you, my dear. Who can be my third lady? Wait, second lady? Whatever it is. God damn it. Would it be second envy? First envy? What would you call it? I don't know. We have to figure out the syntax here, guys. Negotiating position. I messed up my art because of that growl. Oh, you working, OO? I don't know. The art I saw you doing in Blender the other day, I mean, I think you're just fine. Not sure you can mess up work like that. Alright, let's deal with this fucking hurricane. God damn. Hurricane Charlize. Man, I knew it. It's just like we feared. That upstart Rickles is using his disaster to hype himself up. Federal aid is on the way, but he's already busy organizing volunteers, setting up a medical team, and clearing debris. Rickles is loving every minute of it. He knows the eyes of America are on him. How else can you explain his endless live streams from the disaster scene? and it's hard not to notice how sarcastic he sounds when he talks about the federal government. His America Wide Open channel isn't about breaking down the wall between the government and his people. His whole super openness thing is just a cheap PR stunt, especially when Rickles is profiting from the grief of the American people. Meanwhile, we're the real defenders of the American democracy. We work for results, not for the camera, while the reporters fall all over themselves asking for quotes. Let's send our best people to Arkville and do something that will save this city, so America will know that their president can handle any disaster. Oh boy, okay. Who can I get? I had to redo her texturing? You did? I guess I'll just have to have another look then, won't I? I mean, you know, it's a sacrifice for me, but I'll just have to have another good look at her. You know. So let's see, what am I fucking doing? PR. We obviously need Alta to handle something in PR. I'm not sure if legality is gonna help with anything. Or hacking. Alvaro's a strong guy. Maybe he can do something? Physical threats. Hacking people. Surveillance. Connections from former clients. Persuasion? I don't know. None of these seem like they would help much. But he's also kind of tired. Let's send Clint. Maybe he can do something. He's got some friends in high places. Maybe someone he can get to help with that. I'm always down to give you another lesson. Oh, no. No. I'll be giving you the lesson. Man, that guy Rickles is scoring political points all while acting like the hero. We can't turn a blind eye to that. Here's a stream from a briefing where he's organizing search and rescue teams, and here's him with a camera on his forehead, pulling a girl out of some rubble. And here's him announcing national #SaveACity campaign to help the city. And all his posts on Twitter are just about that. I'll tell you right now, buddy, paying for some articles won't be enough this time. We're gonna have to come up with something that will drown out Rickles and get your name back on the front page. Just please don't overdo it. Alright, what can you do, Alta? Organize a #HelpArkville flash mob on Twitter. Organize a benefit concert. Those are both good. But I think if we can get on Twitter and cut off the #SaveACity with #HelpArkville, that's probably going to be even better. Okay. Whoa. Heir to presidency has a nice ring. Oh, doesn't it though? First heir Lilith, but now it's a dictatorship. Democracy is dead. First heir, of course. Back to work for me. Have fun running the country. Try not to have too many scandals. I'll try, Lilith. Thank you so much for dropping by. Mwah. Always a pleasure to see you, dear. Let's see. Help Arkville with a flash mob. Come on, Alta. Cowboy, it's not enough to write a post with a flashy hashtag. You have to get it in front of people. Unfortunately, all the networks are using the #SaveACity. No! I looked into it, and there's people all over the country sending everything they've got, from survivalist stockpiles to game consoles which haven't even been released yet. All the good wishes brought a teeny tear to my eye. Our little move didn't even get noticed. At least they didn't take us for crooks this time. Fuck! Buddy, I know you tried, but it just didn't work out this time. Nobody in Arkville even seemed to notice all your help. I guess history will remember these days as the blogging mayor's finest hour. It's just a shame Alan Rickles upstaging the newly elected president. Fuck! I fucked up. I thought I figured that one out real good. God damn. I'm below 50%. In a shocking turn, the newly elected president was overshadowed by small-town mayor Alan Rickles. We already know who we'll be voting for in 4 years. Damn it. Alta, I thought you could do better. Party operative. Dear President, I hate to break it to you, but my first impression of the White House is a disappointment. I never thought that on a closer inspection it would be so terrible. It's hard to feel like a wife of the most powerful man in the world when the whitewash is falling off the ceiling and the wallpaper is ripped. Should we allot money from the budget for a major renovation? Sure, why not? Appearance is everything. I've got money. I've got all the money in the world, Ellie. Why the fuck not? Oh man, this is really getting to me. My dear Adam Harrison has requested a meeting. Spare some time for the old man, would you? And I told him, tell him I said hello, and I miss his silly jokes. Man. This isn't great. I mean, I got a little extra dosh in these things, but not much. Another 1.2 million dollars. Party operative. Well, let's do secure sword. With a place to rest, that could be handy. That could be actually really handy. Let's see. Makalahegi, Governor of Hawaii. Sir, I have a delicate request. President Feist loved vacationing in our area and even rented a small bungalow in a national park on the Pacific Ocean. But in all the years of his presidency, we never saw a check for the rent, while his noisy parties with crowds of drunken people frightened away all the animals, birds, and even tourists. We didn't want to get into a fight with the president back then, but things are different now. Perhaps you have an experienced lawyer who can get Feist off our island. If he can help us out, we can get you a great price on a beachside bungalow. It'll be yours whenever you want. Hell yeah. Clint, I gotcha. Help me out here, buddy. Help the Israel Prime Minister. Rescue a refugee. Secure the White House. Intimidate the media. Oh. So, not all events need to be completed at once. Under the name of the event and the number of months remaining until the event becomes available. Next month, all events marked with number 1 will disappear. Oh. Keep in mind, the matters left unattended can... Okay. So these are time limits that I have to deal with these things. Sounds good. Okay, we can handle that. Let's deal with the party operative. Sorry to interrupt, but after what you did, we need to discuss our arrangements again. You understand? You do understand why I'm here, don't you? Are you trying to blame me for Arkville being hit by a hurricane? You think I didn't do enough to help Arkville? You think the federal response was too slow? Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Batshit crazy, that's totally okay. I must return to work. Don't end up like Winnie the Pooh and go batshit crazy. Will do, mister. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'll see you around, buddy. I hope that work isn't too bad. No, we agreed that you wouldn't elbow Rickles. Why did you start this circus? You didn't think Alan was handling things well enough? Alan is young and inexperienced. The president should be with his people in times of need. Yeah. No one is forbidding you from being with your people. Tweet, give a pep talk. You have plenty of tools. But no, you have to put on a show for the journalists. I appreciate you want to help, but don't get in a pissing contest with Rickles, the chairman of my party. Remember the plan. The party backs your amendment foolishness, you go happily into retirement, and Alan takes your place. You're not getting cold feet, are you? This sounds like a good middle ground. I haven't changed my mind. But what makes you think Alan will win the election? The people love Alan. You're lucky he's only 34. 1 year older and there's no chance you'd be president or get that amendment passed. You have one chance. Don't blow it. Mind your own business and don't get in our way. Fuck you, Adam. I don't like your tone. We've known each other for 100 years, and besides, I like you. That's why I decided to help you pull this shit off, and I still say I bet on the right horse. Please, don't make me look like a fool. And yes, Alan is waiting for you. Please try to be nice. Alright, fine, we'll see. Mr. President, hello. I ran into Adam in the lobby. I'm not going to hide it. I know what you were talking about. I insisted on seeing you because I don't like someone else standing up for me. I can stand up for myself. That big gun looks great on you. Thank you. It was handmade by a man whose daughter I rescued from the rubble. But I'm not here to show off. Liar. He's a fucking liar, he is. I came here to say 2 important things. First, I would have done the same thing if I were you. You would have done what? I'm referring to the special operation you performed in Arkville. Not here to show off. Yeah, right? He's bullshitting. Isn't that right, oh whoa? Come on. But like I said, I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. You would have helped people out in a crisis? That's generous of you. Sir, please, let's not waste each other's time with games. You know what I mean. I'm not talking about helping people. I'm talking about the importance of showing up in front of the cameras at just the right moment and showing people initiative with a keen interest in the people's problems. Adam is a great guy, but he's no good with the public. Then again, he never needed anybody to like him. He's just a powerful clerk who likes it best when his head is buried in the reports. He doesn't care what people think of him. He'll never understand you and me. If I were president and I saw some dandy jamming up the airwaves, I'd launch a media operation too. Not as clumsily as you did, of course, but still. It's what any experienced politician would do. I respect fellow professionals. Politics is in your blood, sir. Fuck this guy. Clumsily. So what's your second point, Alan? Oh yes, the second thing. Please, leave Arkville to me. I understand that you have to look out for all of America, but believe me, I can handle Arkville's problems myself. I suggest we each do our own jobs and not get in each other's way. I'm sure you'd say the same thing if you were me. And thank you for your help. It came in handy, but we don't need it anymore. I promise, if the city needs anything from the federal government, you'll be the first to know. You think you're gonna tell me what to do? Mr. President, as you yourself know all too well, the party is on my side, and the party can always find a way to ruin your life, such as not supporting your amendment. I don't think you want that kind of problem, so let's stick to the plan. See you later, Ellen. Be seeing you, Mr. President. What a dick. I hate this dude. Okay, the Prime Minister, rescue a refugee. Well, we definitely want to make friends with the Israel Prime Minister. Friends in powerful places whenever we can find them. Mr. President, congratulations on your successful inauguration. Dew never fulfilled the one promise he made to me. I forgot Dew is Feist's first name, Dewey. To protect Israel's digital infrastructure from Russian and Chinese hackers. Historically, we've handled some of the problems ourselves. We've relied on America for the other part. I hope this will continue to be the case, and that you will lend your best technician to me for the time being. In return, I promise to share information about your predecessor's private affairs. It will help you to make yourself look good, and I will be sure that I can rely on your promises. Yes, we got along quite well with Dew, but you're the president now, not him. I hope this will be the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship with the new administration of the President of the United States. Absolutely. I do want to make friends, so you can have Ollie. He's really good at what he does, trust me. We'll burn out at the beginning of next month. Oh, shit. Ah, crap. He's still stressed out from before. I don't have a choice. As VP, can I break his kneecaps? Absolutely, oh well. Go to town. I'll hand you the bat. Alright, Ollie, I'm sorry to burn you out again after I burned you out the other day, but you have to do this for me. I'm sorry. No one else is good enough. I need the Prime Minister on my side. My friend, if you think that the White House, like any other house, is now your fortress, I assure you it is not. I'll bet that Feist henchmen have bugs, hidden cameras and other spy devices planted all over the White House and to gather dirt on the new administration and sniff out your plans. If you give me a spy-savvy partner, we can easily clear the White House of all this crap. I'll come back to that. CIA Deputy Director. Mr. President, forgive me for talking to you through the head of my boss, Orta Chambers, but the case is too serious. There is no time to comply with the chain of command. The department received information that foreign agents were going to poison Nikolai Yegorov, a political refugee from Russia. Orta is sure that the special services will be able to protect Yegorov, but I doubt it. The Russians have been extremely effective lately, and there is no around-the-clock protection for the refugee. I understand that I am coming into conflict with my superiors, but I ask your help. Maybe you have someone who can keep an eye on Yegorov and protect him in case of danger. Damn. Interesting. Intimidate the media. Okay. We'll have Alvaro protect Yegorov this month, And next month, we'll have him clear out the White House. Because if we can protect this guy for now and then just deal with the White House later, what are the chances that the intervening month is when they'll find dirt on me through the spying? Oh, but he's going to be out of it next month. Oh my god, all my dudes are going to be sick. Alright, Alvaro, I trust you. Intimidate the media. Get all the hot news. I don't need to. I'll deal with this next time. I don't have energy for it right now. Let's see. Alright, let's move to next month. Your subordinates have official salaries. You don't care much about that, but the official salary is paid for by the state. But your subordinates also make a lot of unofficial requests, so you end up paying them an unofficial second salary out of your own pocket. If you leave any subordinate without their second salary, they'll refuse to keep working for me. Oh gosh. Ugh. It's so expensive. Whatever. Take the money. What do I need money for? Fuck me sideways. The musical was the worst. First presidential decision. This was a bad month, man. This was a bad month. Okay. At least we're still in the positive. 50%. Income. Oh man. This month costs so much. And now Alvaro and Alta are both going to be burnt out. February it is. At least we can sign our thing this month, finally. Optimizer. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for... It's a good thing that I had him in that position. That could have been bad. Your subordinate is back. Sir, Clint sorted everything out in no time. One call to the state's attorney, one lawsuit, and not only did we end our agreement with Feist, but we already received compensation. A small but cozy bungalow is now at your disposal, along with a big discount for all of your friends. Drop by any time. You're always welcome. Nice. You're always offering to fuck you, but when do I get to? Anytime, oh well. Fuck me. I do say that a lot, huh? Shit. My president, thank you so very much for your service. Now I am sure the Israeli government servers are as well protected as the American ones. I'm keeping my promise and sharing with you the calculations of an offshore campaign, through which your predecessor did some of his business. What was his name again? Ha! Who cares? He was the former guy. Sir, you saved this Russian from the grave. Assassins sneaked into his house in the evening and smeared poison on his cutlery. If Alvaro hadn't noticed, Nikolai Yegorov would have died at his next meal. In his interview with Just DC, he said he would name his son after you. Nice. Hey. Raphael is a good name. Tony, buddy, remember those jerks on TV who tried to do impressions of me? After we openly attacked them, those assholes started mocking you. I like that show a lot better now. I even smile sometimes. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it. Darling, after the renovation, the White House shone. Even journalists took selfies at the front of our gilded wallpaper in the conference hall. Too bad that didn't stop them from accusing us of senseless waste after they dispersed to their newsrooms. Wow. Sir, we didn't hire people to write complimentary comments under your videos for nothing. Now the Kremlin henchmen are outnumbered and their trashy memes are no match for those developed by our experts. Just look at the number of likes under your favorite image. My favorite image of you spinning the earth on your little finger. Sir, the prisoner exchange with Iran has taken place. The American tourists arrived home this morning. We've already given a big interview with Right in the Center. They thank you personally for their release. Nice. Mr. President, thank you. Our spiritual literature has never sold so well. Your hand on the Bible looked so very elegant. I don't understand where the headlines are coming for this one. How much is the president's soul worth? It's probably worth more than 300 grand. Come on, give me a little credit. Fuck me. See, I did it again. Mr. President, you were the most graceful man at the ball, but the only thing journalists noticed is that your ex-wife wasn't at the event. Who cares? Why would people be upset that my ex-wife wasn't at the fucking event? I don't give a damn. I have a new wife. That's why we got a divorce. She's not the first lady. They started gossiping about your relationship in the newspapers. They claim she broke your heart and you can't forgive her. Oh, give me a fucking break. That probably would happen, though, to be fair. So remember when we were talking about my schedule? I felt like you weren't even listening. In fact, I felt like no one around here is even capable of listening to anything at all. I asked them to open a window. They set the thermostat on high. I begged them to turn it down a notch. They crank it up to 11. Sorry, Alvaro. Chief, I just finished reading Aurora Borealis Rubra, a great Cold War spy story. It ends with the Soviet spy offing himself by crushing a cyanide pill that was hidden in his tooth. I want a pill like that. Not in my tooth, of course. Just my collar would be fine. I can't stop thinking about the idea. Maybe I'm going a little cross-wired. Ollie. Take a couple weeks off. Go home and get some rest. Right, Chief. I'll take a long walk every night and hopefully get my act back together. Sorry, dude. Man, that was not good. Alright, so, colonizing Mars, big time lobbied, ready to go. Let's sign this motherfucker. Honey, after you sign this executive order, America's best minds will unite to colonize Mars. Are you ready to sign? Fuck yeah! This is my signature thing. Literally. Darling, everything is ready for you to sign your first executive order on the Mars colonization. But Clint wanted to ask you something first. He'll be with you shortly. What? Clint, what's up? Be right back. Need to grab a snack. Not you, actual food. You're the snack hero. Well. Even after leaving the White House, President Face continues to make America a better place. He recently announced a charity auction where he'll be selling rare exhibits from his term in office. Blech. Alan Rickles has vowed to rebuild Arkville in the coming year. Hundreds of thousands of volunteers from across America are lined up to help the construction. There's nothing to that nasty rumor that the first family is dissatisfied with the White House. It is a majestic residence, worthy of the mightiest person living. Thank you, Ellie. At least somebody cares. Presidential pardon. It's this guy from the beginning intro sequence. Hey man, I've been hearing about our old friend Archie. You won't believe what that jailbird is asking for now. A presidential pardon. And after that wild ride he gave us, prison must have made the old guy lose his mind. Meanwhile, the establishment never sleeps. They're already planning another theatrical play starring Archie. They're writing in Just DC that he was framed, like the poor guy isn't guilty of everything. Of course, they're a little vague on who exactly framed him, but they're hinting that you're behind it. What a joke. As usual, they've got nothing to complain about. They'll start making stuff up. They even brought in a new prosecutor on board to review his sentence. Anyway, you can read it all yourself. Just be ready to answer questions about it. God damn it. Archie Wister's clemency request. Dear Mr. President, greetings. My name is Archie Wister. I'm sure you know perfectly well who I am, but in case you suddenly forgot, don't worry, I'll remind you. Before I was imprisoned, I was an ordinary employee of the White House staff, and you were a middle-aged businessman who built prisons for the state. I was instrumental in this, and if memory serves, you made quite a pretty penny. 2 months remain until the end of my prison term, Mr. President. You know very well that I am innocent. You know that America's justice system failed me, and I've spent 5 long years behind bars. I ask that you correct this tragic miscarriage of justice and have mercy on me. I understand that you based your presidential campaign on the fight for justice. Prove to the world that this isn't just a convenient slogan, but the driving principle behind your decisions. I likewise promise to devote the first months after my release to my relatives and friends and not indulge in my public rehabilitation. What happens next? I'm ready to discuss with you over a cup of coffee in the Oval Office. Will you extend an invitation, Mr. President? I don't know about all that. Archie Wister case article in Just DC. Archie Wister? Innocent? Sensational revelations of Just DC sources. So much to read. There is a lot. That's true. It's a good thing that I like reading. What? Does he have an arrow in his arm? What in the world? What am I looking at? There's been an unexpected twist in the fate of Archie Wister, former White House apparatchik? I don't know what that word is. If anyone knows what that word is, let me know. Apparatchik. And if I upload the VOD, and if I remember, here's a definition on the screen. What in the world? Who was sentenced to 5 years in prison for fraud. Federal attorney Jesse Tyne, appointed only last month, has filed for a review of Mr. Wister's sentence. In his application, the prosecutor Tyne refers to numerous procedural violations committed in the trial. Archie Wister's case was spearheaded by current Vice President Antonio Estaba, who at the time still worked for the FBI. Sources state that Mr. Estaba first met the future president at that time, who was a witness in the Wister case. Court hearings were closed, so little is known about any testimony that may have been given. But several Just DC sources immediately confirmed the new prosecutor's doubts. There were indeed procedural violations, and for reasons shrouded in mystery. Tyne's predecessors turned a blind eye to this, but who could have prevented the proper review of the Wister case? To our editorial staff, the answer seems all too obvious. Well, I'll fucking deal with it. So what do you say, buddy? Are you going to answer Archie? Let's show him mercy. I want him to owe me one. That's one way to look at it. Give him a formal reply, then let him stew for a couple more months. No, he's not worth a minute of my attention. Fuck me. I don't know. It's like he's only going to be in jail for a couple more months. I might as well have him on as a friend that I forgave and pardoned and let him owe me one rather than be upset with me. I think that's probably the best way. Hold on, I gotta plug in my earphones. Okay. There we go. Are you for real? That old dude almost laid you out on some trumped up bullshit, and you're going to cut him a break? I know you had a good heart, but seriously. I know Archie. He's gonna take this as a sign of weakness. He'll stick to his word, but then he'll come for revenge. Why didn't you say that beforehand? Your catchphrase is fuck me now. It is. Fuck me. It's my catchphrase. Put it in there. Ratings bump. This unprecedented decision has shaken the Washington elite. Good. Fuck you guys. Nice, we did that. I also need to appoint the first ever black chief of staff. The likelihood remains high that the establishment crooks on the Supreme Court will try to overturn the president's first executive order, but for now the people are cheering. Ha! Honey, do not forget about the Christmas bonus. There is a specific clause in our employee contracts about it. You don't have to pay anything at the end of this year, but next December be prepared to give each employee 3 average monthly salaries. Oh my god. Mr. President, those advertisers are a real piece of work. On my way here, I saw an outrageous ad for a suit maker. The billboard featured a blatant copy of that photo of yours I'd taken from Men's Face, and they even had the nerve to add a slogan, "You're the boss." Shall we demand that these maggots compensate us for the illegal use of your likeliness and my work? The billboard featured a blatant copy of that photo of yours. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. You need money. I do need money. I need to start. I need 10 million bucks. God, I'm not even a tenth of the way there. Or is it 7 million? I don't remember. But it's expensive. Oops. Honey, do you know what three-faced ex-wives, Juul CEO's wait, what? Do you know what three-faced ex-wives, Juul CEO's mistress, and other high-profile women in this country have got in common? Oh, okay. They all go to Golden Stiletto's elite country club to golf, and I'm not a member yet. Am I the spouse of the world's most powerful man or what? I suppose we could afford a small entry fee just to reiterate our status. What do you think? Yes, absolutely, Ollie. I'm not going to say no to my love. Mr. President, filmmaker Alvarez. Only the greatest filmmakers haven't yet given in to these Chinese censorship and keep showing life like the hard-boiled way it really is. One of them is here to see you. I'm currently shooting a true-to-life drama telling the story of a White House maid. This is going to shake the whole industry, I swear. The only problem is we're all out of funds for filming sets and effects. I beg with you to allow us to shoot the key scenes in the White House? No need for that. Sorry, Mr. Alvarez. Yeah, I don't want people with cameras coming in when I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of fucking bugs. No way. Alright, honey, so it turns out ladies from Golden Stilettos golf for like 10 minutes tops, and then they spend 3 hours shooting videos for Chick Shock. Make sure to check out my Chick Shock, exclamation Chick Shock. Check out my Chick Shock here. I upload videos every week. Thank goodness I got properly dressed up before going there. All of Chick Shock is drooling over my shoes from the latest release of Meteor. I don't know what Meteor is. Cowboy, somehow I was sure that your presidency would be an exception, and that there'd be no honeymoon in your first few months, but here we are. The journalists have fallen in line. They're not sniffing out scandals, and they're not asking stupid questions. Everything is on the up and up, and all they want are the facts. Meanwhile, you have a real chance to express yourself. You know, a little southern twang. I suggest you take advantage of it. Let's not wait for favorable coverage from the press, but we will arrange some for ourselves. We can organize an interview with a famous journalist, or another press conference if you feel like that it's the right time for that. How do you like my plan? Which option do you prefer? Arrange an interview with a journalist, a little one-on-one, it's time to show my good side, another press conference. I want to do the one-on-one. That sounds good. I'm all about it. No problem, Cowboy. Left 4 Dead it is. As soon as I mention the interview, they'll immediately agree. Right in the center and Left 4 Dead. I get it. It's the two, like, political ends of the spectrum. Honey, meet Jerry. He's one of the most effective political staffers in our country. Oh. Hello, boss. I'm the guy who knows a guy in every office, starting from municipal to state to federal level. Your wife has put me into the picture. I'm sure we'll get on fast. I'm sure you will. If you're the guy who can put the office on track and talk who we need into what we need, more specifically, even Jesus himself to adopt Amendment 28, then welcome on board. It's not why we have Clint, so you decided to sell ourselves out to the staff. Nice to meet you, Jerry. Yeah, I know a pro when I see one. That's true. Boss, trust me, flattery is overrated when you want to get someone to do something. Haven't you heard that people cut the distance easier? Haven't you heard that people cut the distance easier with those who scold them? What? I don't even know that phrase. Have you guys ever heard that? Maybe he wants me to be tougher. Cut the crap. Show some respect if you want your services needed. Honey, please. You're the one being disrespectful now. Come on, it's fine. Boss has his point. I love people being straightforward. Exactly. That's what he's asking for. Honey, I know you already appointed your chief of staff, but I think Jerry is a good guy for the job. I believe so, boss. But I'm a new person to you, and that's why I guess you won't do such an appointment just like that. I guarantee 1 month will be enough for you to do justice to my work and make the staff reshuffle. What do you say, honey? Jerry, get ready for the appointment in the next few days. I need to appoint a black chief of staff, right? That's one of my promises. But 1 month will be enough for you to do justice to my work. So if I just let him be chief of staff for 1 month, then I can get someone else to be my chief of staff before the end of 2021, because that was the promise. I'm going to appoint the first chief of staff by 2021, the black chief of staff. I don't think that's how it'll work. No, you don't think so? Oh, Well, in that case, I'll give it a thought. No promises. Yeah, good thinking, OO. I'll bend every effort to make sure you choose me for the job. I repeat, it will only take me 1 month to convince you, starting now. Okay, so then this month I can appoint a black chief of staff, and maybe it'll all work out in the end. New team member, Jerry. Hey, alright, cool, so I have a new team member. I can pass any law, and nothing gets past me, boss. Jerry Lander, lobbyist. Jerry Lander, a well-known DC lawyer, has joined Mr. President's team. Lander stood out from his colleagues for his unblemished reputation. Although he has a vast experience as a political staffer at various levels, he has never been involved in corruption scandals. Why would they bring up corruption scandals about me? You don't have anyone running your... You don't have anyone running your administration right now, Mr. President. If you still have any doubts, let me remind you, I wouldn't mind doing the job myself. Dear, your support among the people is growing, but keep in mind that it will be more and more difficult to win over those who are not on your side yet, and each mistake will cost you more. But I believe in you. Besides, we have no other choice. Amendment 28 is on the stake, and so is our freedom. Hey buddy, your approval reached 70%. It's a strong majority, or so I've heard from socionics, or whatever those eggheads are called, who track public opinions. You'll have to push it to win over the rusted hearts of the remaining 30%. Each popular step you make will have a much smaller outcome. Each mistake will make more fuss. So be careful, buddy. The worst you can do while climbing up a hill is to stumble on a ledge. Falling down is very painful. I know, I've tried it. Whoa, that's a lot of things to do. Holy moly, holy moly. Okay, Jesus, it's like the president has a lot of things to do. Many people are willing to extend the exclusive offers of the President of the United States. What? You helped the governor of Hawaii, and now you can send your subordinates on vacation there. It's a great place to relieve stress, especially nice if you're feeling burned out. Note that it's nicer not to let your subordinates burn out and send them to rest in advance, right? That's probably smart. If a subordinate develops a grudge against you, they could leave the team or cause some mischief. Gotcha. Ollie and Alvaro, you need to rest. Alta. I need Clint on right now, probably. Get some rest, guys. Buddy, you know I follow work ethics to the letter. Well, I don't know about that, Tony. And the important part of this ethic is I can talk, I swear I can. And the important part of this ethic is recreation time that allows people to remain in working condition. Please don't work your staff until they have nervous breakdowns. Give them away time when you see they're about to snap. Special operations can usually wait a month or two, but delaying employee holidays will often cost you. I know, I just didn't have a place to send them before, Tony. In the future, you will meet people who, in exchange for your help, will offer new services. Got it, no problem. White House hijinks, pricey present. What am I gonna do with this crap? There's so many things here. I need to secure the White House, but Alvaro isn't here. Jerry can handle that? I don't know. Let's deal with these story ones first, and then we'll figure out what's going on after the fact. My dear President, the Communications Department has selected some of the nicer letters that the public have sent you since Inauguration Day. It's a shame we don't have time to read them all. Some are just adorable. Here's what little Donald sent. Alright, let's read Donald's letter. Mr. President, sir, my name is Donald. I'm 4 years old. I'm the greatest 4-year-old. I'm from Chicago. I'm sorry, it's silly. You're my favorite president. Mom is mad at you, but I think you're great. When I grow up, I want to be like you, the best. Will you be my bestest friend? Please wave at me through the camera. Donald, the best, the greatest. It's huge. How adorable. I hope Mom doesn't brainwash the child with their complaints. Most of the letters are from adults, of course. Some are incredibly grateful to you. Imani? Mr. President, you give meaning to my life. I don't know what I would do without you. The establishment has no shame or conscience. Well, that would be nor conscience. It seems that they would be willing to ditch the country just to overthrow you. Hang in there. We will always support you. Best regards, Imani. My heart, that was too cute. It was pretty cute. It was. I showed you this one for a reason. With all the negativity that pours in your direction, it's easy to forget that the majority of people supported you in the elections. Oh, yes, and I have another letter. This one from Mila, a woman with a natural talent for encryption. From time to time, she's been able to sneak things past screening, first at headquarters and now in the administration. I am Mila Serrano, and humbly thank you for your compassion. I am a single mother with a 12-month-old child. Thank you for shielding ordinary Americans like me from the harshness of the world. We cannot pay the bills, and without immediate financial aid, me and my baby will be out on the streets. So she needs money. No wonder. The older the children, the more expensive they are. Shall we throw her 50 so that she and the child will want for nothing? 50? Like 50K? I mean, I would have said 10K would have been enough to get them a hand out. Just a hand up, friend. Damn. But maybe 50 is really what she needs. She needs a lot of debt or something. It's not even a debate. You know how much I feel for single mothers. That's true. Single parents have it rough, for real. Really? Are you saying every single mother in the country deserves your help in raising their children? Are you really the father of the nation, my dear president? No, just in this one case. This letter is about our real child, Ellie. It's not a topic for jokes. What? Our real child? Every little American is my child. When did you manage that? Didn't you promise to be faithful for me for the rest of my life? Ellie, come on. Come on, Ellie. We're Polly. We'll transfer the money in the usual manner through a charitable foundation from which Mila receives financial assistance. It's nice to have a foundation, isn't it? One that fulfills your every request. I don't know if there's any sum of money that could repay Mila for what she's doing for us. We are forever indebted to her. My dear president, we have to look out for her. It's really interesting to me in this game how they inform you about your past and your characters and the characters around you with the happenings in the moment in a very nonchalant way. It's quite clever. Really, really neat. Money lost. Yeah, take my money. Shut up and take my money. Mr. President, may I print some important documents on jasmine paper? What? Sure, go ahead. I don't care. Mr. President, earlier this morning, Palestine launched another rocket towards the Israeli city of Beersheba. Beersheba? I don't know. Our AA systems were able to thwart the attack, but we still had to evacuate. We've been striking at Gaza all day in retaliation. America is our biggest ally, and we now need your support more than ever. May we count on cooperation from your media office? Sure, why not? I don't care. Mr. President, I'm grateful to your media officers for expressing deep concern about Palestine's actions, even though some of your supporters didn't appreciate that. Well, that's politics for you. Words sometimes hit harder than troops or bombs. God damn it. It is so cool. It is very cool. It must be quite complex, the writing in this game. Very deep and complicated. Oh boy. Okay, the mole hunt. Buddy, since that failed White House press conference, I've interviewed dozens of people and reviewed all the security tapes, all to find the mole in your entourage. I now have a full picture of what happened. Let me tell you right now, you're not gonna like it. Oh boy, what's the story? The first thing that alerted me, from the moment you decided on the edict to the first headlines. From the moment you decided on the edict to the first headlines, it was less than 12 hours, so the mole found out about the edict from someone close to you. Who do you think was the original source of the rumor? It was time to tell the truth. Do you doubt yourself? Sometimes that's helpful, but this is not the case here, buddy. I'm sure you didn't leak anything to anyone, even by mistake. Ellie? You? Was it Ellie? I didn't want to believe it, buddy, but yes, it was her. What? We didn't tell her that the draft decree was better kept secret, which meant she could have discussed it with the mole. Now look, it was hours before the edict came to the attention of the press, so the mole got in touch with them fast. How do you think the mole leaked to the contents of the decrees to the press? It was leaked to a third party, anonymous entry, told in confidence. Probably told in confidence to a reliable source. Exactly. The press was so quick to write about it because they trusted the source. It didn't even occur to anyone to double check it. You won't believe this, but we're ready to expose the mole. There's only one person in the entourage who could have arranged the leak, and I'm sure you know who it is. Ready to tell me who found out about the edict from Ellie and told the reporters about it. Alta's not that dumb. Alvaro wouldn't have known. Ollie probably wasn't interested, so Clint. J'accuse! Yes, there's a famous journalist among his clients. Of course, his clients. But Clint found out about the decree when I personally gave him a draft to work on, and our lawyer isn't a fool at all to set himself up so obviously. What? Maybe Alvaro said something? Are you serious? How can you doubt Alvaro's loyalty? No, I don't think it was a loyalty problem. He just might have said something without thinking. Alvaro's an intense guy, and he's super loyal. Hasn't it ever since you gave your tirade about your zodiac sign? So I'm trying to imagine. What? Ollie then? Even if Ollie heard about it, no one seems to ask him to. What? No. Alta's too smart for that. What? Are you kidding? Yes, that was Alta. Are you kidding me? What? How? Since when? She knows every prominent political reporter in the country, so finding who to leak information to is no problem for her. She's on good terms with Ellie. They play tennis together, which means they've probably discussed the campaign and our other things. But Alta's main problem is that she thinks she's smarter than everyone else. Alta gossips? God damn it. I guess she probably would then. Man, I didn't even think about that. Don't you think she orchestrated this whole scandal? She started the first rumor, then the second, then staged a spectacular denunciation and rode out on a white horse. Let's not jump to conclusions, Antonio. Yes, now your way out is the only way you can talk to Elliot and Alta and decide what to do next. We gotta discuss this possible thing with Alta. Yeah, I gotta talk to Alta. Let's see. I'll get it, buddy. I'm sure you'll get it right. Damn it, Alta. You fucked this whole thing up. Talk to me, cowboy. You're the one who leaked the information to the press? Yes, you and I decided how to run the rumor together, don't you remember? Don't play dumb. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Do you take me for a fool? I know it was you. It's not a question of what you know, it's whether or not you trust me, and without trust, I won't work with you anymore. You're not making it easy for me to trust you, Alta. Okay, fine, yeah. I'm the one who leaked your executive order. You know why? Because sometimes I'm the only one who knows what's best. Oh, don't be modest, always. Admit it, you like the way we all made the journalists in America look like idiots. It's like it worked out. I liked it, but don't do it again. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You won't get it again, but okay, if anything, I'll come to you first thing from now on. See to it that you do, Alta. Or I'll get an alternate person to do your job. Retained shooter. Oh, shit. Content wording shootings. Probably. Fuck me. Mr. President, there's been another school shooting, this time in Michigan. Well, it's the first one we've had in your term, and God willing, the last one. Here's what happened. A 15-year-old boy came home after school and found his stepfather beating his mother. So he went to the safe with his stepfather's Glock, which turned out to be open, and the boy grabbed it in the chaos. You think he got it to protect his mother? Think again. He ran back to the schoolyard with his new toy and hunted down his classmates. 5 died on the spot, and there's 2 more in intensive care. This got deep, heavy really quick. Our agents quickly found out that the shooter wasn't just having trouble at home, he was also being bullied at school for being held back a year. It's no wonder the kid went ballistic. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, lots of kids go through traumatic things and don't go around shooting and murdering people. Let's be fucking fair here. I'm sure it had an effect, but that's not, like, obvious. He's already confessed, so he'll be spending the rest of his life behind bars, but the liberal journalists are throwing gas on the fire as usual. Give them any reason, they'll always shout, ban all weapons. It's like they have no conscience. They just use tragedies like this to further their own interests, and they accuse us of not wanting to prevent the attacks. What are we supposed to do? Monitor every thought in every crazy person's head? No. It's time we limit gun ownership. The Second Amendment is not worth the lives of our children. I will say this, Second Amendment is sacred. Leave it to the parents. I will console the families of victims. No. We need to do something about fucking gun control. Dumbass. Is that how you intend to change the Constitution? No, it's not about changing the Constitution, you fucking moron. Do I need to get a new FBI director? Go against the gun lobby? Good luck with that. You do understand that you're hanging a target on your back. I'm the fucking president, motherfucker. I got Secret Service for that shit. The president's unexpected attack on the Second Amendment has not gone unnoticed. NRA lobbyists have already begun to stir. It seems that the coming months will mean a public flogging for the president at the hands of the mainstream media. Give me a fucking break. Bring it on! I'll take on the gun lobby. Secure the White House of rats and woodpeckers. I need Alvaro to secure the White House, but I don't have time. Shit. Pricey present. Maybe Jerry can handle it? White House hijinks. What is this mess? Man-faced henchmen do not give up easily. They still haven't accepted that we beat them and tore up the place on the way out the door. Oh, what a bunch of jerks. They turned everything upside down in the White House, and in my residence too. I've never seen such a mess. It's worse than after a party in the college dorm. As an added insult, they even broke the toilets. The drawers have been glued shut. They even swiped the door handles. I went into a room on the second floor, and the only way I could get out was through the window. Wow, that's a dick move. You already know what I think. An eye for an eye. We must get back at Face for all these pranks. We'll sue damages and publicly expose him. Or maybe we should play some pranks of our own in turn. Okay. We can sue them. Clint, do some suing. Nothing is stopping us from going a new road. The courts, the public showdowns, we'll tear them a new one, buddy. But if you ask me, pranks are more fun. I love this stuff. If we do decide on getting revenge with a prank of our own... No, Tony, we do not. We're not gonna do this, okay? Fuck me. If you don't want to continue an event, you can finish it early. Yeah, continue. That's fine. Clint, let's see. Oh, but he'll burn out? Are you kidding? What? Clint, I need you for this one, man. Clint, why does it cost 3? I'm sorry, Clint, I need you to do this for me. I need you. Mr. President, we will certainly win the case. The task force has already established that the employees from the Face administration were behind the pranks. They couldn't wipe away all their fingerprints. They'll have to pay for the damage, but no one found evidence of DoFace's involvement. The media has already concluded that all these pranks were initiated by the lower staff and by the former president himself. Oh. Some journalists even argued that such pranks are common practice. They say that every administration does this. When handing over the White House, any damages were always compensated. I'm sure we're fine. It'll be fine. Should you do a fuck me count? I honestly should. I wonder if I can do that. I don't know how to do that. What code command it would have to be. I'll have to add that. That's a good idea. Oh, well, thank you. I'll ask Lilith how to add that later. As expected, excuse me, still doing the voice. As expected, the journalists didn't take our side. We produced well-grounded evidence against Face and his bullying, but now they're saying what he did to our offices is a Washington tradition? What a double standard. To hell with those hypocrites. You can't trust them. It is better to speak directly to the public and bypass the corrupt journalists altogether. That's true. Aw, dude, 3.8. The president had no choice but resort to personal insults. Isn't it time for him to stop blaming DoFace for everything and focus on his own administration? Fuck right in the center. Mr. President, I've been meaning to talk to you about this for a while. It just keeps gnawing at my soul. I know politics have always been dirty, but what we do here is really low. My therapist says I'm suffering from profound cognitive dissonance between my innate moral feeling and the things I do at work. I'm afraid I need a break to sort myself out and get my balance back. Sorry, buddy. Buddy, there's a major event in Vegas tonight. A horse named President is going to win the big race. You know, I don't often try getting you into such things, but here's what I thought. A bet on President would be a great way to double down on your election victory. A bookie says it's a safe bet, too. You in? No, I'm not here to gamble with funds, Tony. Come on. I don't know how likely it is that President is gonna win. What if I bet on him and he loses? That's just a bad idea. Fuck that noise. Mr. President, our department is shooting a public service advertisement to promote contraceptives. If you agreed to be the face of this campaign, that'd help us a lot. Why? Well, firstly, you have no children. And secondly, you're the winning... Yes, I have no children. Remember, guys, don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. Ah, man. Well, firstly, you have no children. Secondly, you're the best known and respected person in the country. Hopefully, people will be able to put one and one together, and the campaign will be a bigger success than ever. What do you think? Oh, I guess so. If you weren't the Secretary of Health, I would say no, but let's go ahead. Darling, not every case should be taken in order to win or profit. Sometimes what matters is what we don't lose. Don't be upset if you made an investment, but the outcome turned out to be less than stellar. Not failing entirely is a success by its own. Well, that's probably true. That's fair. Okay, alright, Jerry. Pricing. Ellie's birthday is approaching, and you haven't figured out what to give her. Secure the White House. Let's deal with this noise. My dear Mr. President, I was planning on going to a charity auction the other day, but changed my mind at the last moment. You'll never guess why. It turned out that the auction was organized by Feist. Our old friend is selling off some of his antiques and using the proceeds to establish the Venus Exploration Fund to compensate for the budgetary funds we invested in the exploration of Mars. Unlike Tony, I don't usually jump to conclusions, but Feist is clearly trying to mock us. There will be a bunch of billionaires at the auction who want to compare wallet size and curry the favor of the former president. Just because he's no longer president doesn't mean he's lost all his influence. I became curious what Feist was selling and checked what was on offer. There's a book from the White House Library on auction. Yes, it was a gift for the residents, but Feist wrote his name on the thing. Former presidents have played these kinds of tricks before, but none of them ever auctioned their stolen goods, and everything was returned in the end. It's unlikely that the journalist will brand Feist as a thief. After all, he's not pickpocketing. I'm going to say that again. He's not pocketing the proceeds, but spending them on his new fund, so we can't count on public support, or on the media, or even on brute force. Feist clients will spend a lot on their security. Can you help me get back the stolen book and show Feist he's not getting the lost land? Recover the stolen... Wait, what do you do? What do you do, Jerry? Writing bills, lobbying bills, behind-the-scenes negotiations. Maybe he can get me in behind the scenes, and we can get it from somebody in between. The rare book, Great Presidents of the United States, is sitting in a warehouse right now, gathering dust. I would think everything is under guard with alarms, solid doors, and video surveillance. I wouldn't try to get in there without a key. The starting bid is $10,000, and it's hard to say how much the book will end up selling for, but in my experience it could go for 12 times the opening bid. Immediately before the auction, there was a pre-auction viewing featuring at a buffet. The place is open to everyone with a big enough checkbook. If we can't get the book back, let's at least disrupt the auction so that no one will buy it. What do you think we should do? What can you do, Jerry? Politely asks Feist's lawyer to return the stolen item to the White House. Go to the pre-auction gathering and study the item carefully. That's not going to do anything, Jerry. Come on, Jerry, you got to help me out. Everybody else is busy. You said you were going to change things up, Jerry. Why did you lie? You lied to me, Jerry. You lied to me. Neither of these is going to do jack shit. Politely ask. You think they care? Study the item carefully. I don't know. All right, Jerry, I'm going to let you do this. I don't think it's going to do any good, but I want to see what you can do. Boss, it turns out the book had a surprise ending. In the last page, someone had drawn a caricature of former President Face, along with a number of insults, among them drunk and walrus dick, along with several other unmentionable phrases. At the bottom, the vandal left a signature, but without my glasses, I couldn't make out the name. Perhaps it was Vice President Estaba up to his usual jokes. I'm no expert in collectibles, but I should think that this item is rather spoiled. Nevertheless, I watched the price of the lot go up. If we offer $50,000, the book's ours. Are you prepared to spend such an amount on it? Yes, it's worth it. Nothing is too good for my wife. Congratulations on your purchase, boss. None of the other guests dared raise after my bid. I left the auction with a rare item. Ha ha ha, suckers. Good work, Jerry. I'm so proud of you. Well done. I didn't expect that to go so well. First Lady has quite a sophisticated taste. I looked more closely at the cartoon on the last page. Apparently, it's her personal work. Oh, it was my wife who did it. Ha ha, Ellie. You clever old devil, you. I don't know how she managed to leave the caricature inside, but now I understand perfectly why you so wanted to recover this book. Ha ha. Nice work, Jerry. Look at that shit. Walrus dick. My dear President, did you manage to get me the gift that I was asking for? I just wanted to ask, was it supposed to contain the words drunk and walrus dick? Oh, so you've already seen it. I can't lie to you, that was me. Let me explain everything. You know me, I'm the most reserved person in the world. But when we first went to the White House and Face set you up, I happened to across this book and my hand just started to write, all by itself. I couldn't even muster the courage to tell you about it. That's how ashamed I was. You're not angry with me, are you? That's alright, the main thing is that we got the book back. Yeah, that's fine. I like her. Me too! That's why I married her. Thank you. I promise I'll do my best to include your name in the next edition of Great Presidents. I'll put this book in the most prominent place in your office. It will remind me of what you should strive for. Write a tweet. Oh, a tweet? Today I gave my wife a very expensive gift. But it's not the gift that's as precious as the attention. My Ellie deserves the best. I love my baby. And give me a comment and a subscription. And to America, I will give you a happy future. That's good. That's good. I like that one. Not bad at all. Brought my lady a blanket bouquet of roses, sitting there not grumbling. Really works. Thank you, Mr. Grumbling. Mr. President. I can't talk. What's wrong with me? Are we being controlled by a dyslexic? Likewise, if you think so. I mean, maybe I'm dyslexic. Fuck me. There's the fuck me. Oh, what a sweet Commander-in-Chief we have. Thank you, @Lobster. Thank you, Lobster. Oh, I got a lot of likes on there. Nice. Ooh, I don't know about all that. I mean, it's about the same. 69, ayo. Sir, the billboard at Times Square with the rock-solid protection slogan in your likeness has been a major hit. Tourists from all over the world are flocking to see it. Even though Sands has named this the dumbest advertising campaign of the year, the big thing is, it'll make millions think about safe sex. Haha. Thank goodness. You said it like 6 times. I know. I say it so much. I don't know why. Mr. President, this is so bad. Arthur Blue here, modern American greatest jazz musician, overdosed and died last night. He'd been dragged into a number of icky sexual scandals lately, and there were even rumors he'd been involved with a minor. Oh. Still no one, not a single person, had been a bigger service to music in this century than Arthur. Would you maybe offer your condolences? I'd rather not. I'd rather not get my hands in that mess, no. Sir, Air Force One is still going strong, but it's looking a bit dated. You've seen the Brazilian president's bird, haven't you? That's what we should aim for. It's sleek, lavish, and the attention to detail is second to none. Not sure about the gold rivets, though. Don't you think it's time to allocate funds for updating Air Force One just to keep our profile high? Absolutely. Impression is everything. Can you handle the White House? Is that carrying the White House? What do you think, Jerry? Can you do something for this crowd? Buddy, we need someone else. Someone who knows about surveillance and is ready for the task force. What? Okay, well, I don't have anybody else. Everybody else is sick and dying. Okay, what's this mess? It's almost like the president has a lot of shit to do. Who would have thought, right? No idea. Buddy, we got a spy operation going on. Alvaro gave me a message. He said I couldn't even read aloud to you until I triple-checked the wiretaps. And don't ask me what he did to go behind the Secret Service's back. Alvaro's scheme involved a bouquet of flowers, a lighter, and a wavy parrot. What? As a seasoned professional, I wholeheartedly approve. And as a real professional, I'll go and do what Alvaro asked me to do. In the meantime, you pick a couple of your guys to send to do the job. Our team is full of espionage masters. In a year of working with them, I have not managed to find out anything about their secrets of their private lives. I mean, Jerry's the only person I can have. It's literally it. Alright, let's go, buddy. This message isn't very legible, so let me read it to you. Are you sure you want to read this out loud, buddy? Of course I am. I'm a master of contrivancy, my friend. Contrivancy? I mean conspiracy. I triple-checked it like Alvaro asked me to. That's what Alvaro is communicating. Sir, sorry to write to you in a letter. I'd explain it all in person, but it's too dangerous. They're listening to you all the time. Remember those questionable individuals who hung around HQ on the day you were elected? I reported it to Secret Service, but they didn't do anything. You may think that I've lost it. I'm seeing conspiracies wherever I look, but my eyes are sharp, and my ears, and my nose. I hear strange clicks on the phone. That means wiretapping. The same car with the tinted windows is running all the time outside my house. And the air, sir, it smells fried. My intuition never fails me. I'm sure your old friend Johnson was killed for a reason. This was your last warning. Since the Secret Service doesn't take my calls, we have no choice but to take an alternate route. All I ask, sir, is that you don't bring anyone in on this unless you completely trust them. Man, I've been waiting a long time to give Alvaro a tinfoil hat for Christmas. You should get one for yourself, Tony. Come on. I would have, but I'm afraid people might think I've gotten into conspiracy theories worse than Alvaro. He's right, by the way. The Secret Service rats are acting suspicious. They're not just deceitful, they're stupid. Even the old man that Tony can't keep track of. I'm not saying that the guys who protect you and me are bastards. Most of them are true patriots. But there's hundreds of people responsible for your safety. A couple of assholes might have crept in among them. The type who will do anything they can to serve the deep state. It's time to act. Let's start out properly. With the head of the Secret Service, like they say, the fish rots from the head. And yes, you don't know how to triple check, so don't forget to be undercover. You're sure to be bugged. I don't know. Threaten the Rat King with the laws of the jungle? Threaten the head of Secret Service with charges and treason? I've got nothing, man. The Rat King? I've got nothing. There's nothing I can do. I gotta abort. I'm sorry. Fuck me. Buddy, Alvaro spotted surveillance and gave you a secret message to catch the spies. Unfortunately, you took it too lightly. You should have looked for the assholes on the spot. Now you can't bother. Our covert special operation has failed. Everybody's sick, Tony. I don't have a choice. There's no option. Fuck. Ooh, 7%. That's a big one. Sources in the president's inner circle say that the CIA is keeping an eye on the head of state. Is the Secret Service a waste of taxpayers' money? Fuck. Alright, whatever. We gotta get out of here. Damn, there's still so much to do. Okay, everybody's still resting. How do I set up my staff again? How do I do that? Which is that? Is that this button? No. Promises. Like there was a page where I could decide who is. Ah, here we go. Chief of Staff. He's black. All right, Clint. Nice. I could use the extra money. Thank you for that. Alvaro. Treasury Secretary. Jerry, you're now Treasury Secretary. Team members are paid 25% less at the end of every month. That's probably handy. You lose 2.2 rating. I can probably deal with that for a month or two. Alright. Let's make it happen. Appoint the first ever black chief of staff. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you, Clint. The appointment of an African American as chief of staff only confirms the seriousness of the president's intentions. Nice. Okay. Now we can move on to next month. We're going to miss this secure the White House bit. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. Even if I wanted to, I can't do anything. Everybody's out. Fuck me. Oh well. Some of your subordinates are about to burn out. Do you want to send them on vacation? Yes. Oh. I already, they're all, fuck. Sorry, Clint. No, let's go. I know we weren't able to do it. This is clear proof that a himbo should be president. Exactly. I think that I've made my point on this stream that as a himbo, I am the only person truly meant and good to be. Vote for me. Vote for me and himbo. Only qualification himbo. You got me, Roxanne. But I'll tell you what, I graduated himboist of my himbo class. Yeah, pay them all. I don't care. Whatever. Buddy, it took us too long to find the bugs in the White House. I'm sure all the spy gadgets have been dismantled by now, and all the traces have been covered up. Now we'll never know if anyone was watching us. Yeah, I know. I can't do anything about it. Tony. This was also a harsh month. We did really well with that signing, and then everything just went to shit. Made a little bit of money and lost a lot of it. Fuck. What is that with the glasses? Zero easy. I love it. Team stress update. Sorry, Clint. I know. I'm awful. February. Tons to March 2021. Oh. Little extra dosh. Thank you. I just love sand and sun, cowboy. I spent a good couple weeks sunbathing and reading paperbacks. I even started sketching out my own Wild West novel. Consider me locked and loaded again. Right on. Sir, I had a great time swimming in the sea, fishing, and counting seagulls. My blues are gone for good, and I'm back on deck. Chief, that bungalow in Hawaii didn't even have Wi-Fi, so I resorted to long walks and swimming to keep myself entertained. And you know what? I feel 10 years younger. I'm glad, Ollie. I'm glad. Mr. President, remember those brazen-faced advertisers who used your photo to market suits? A call from your lawyer was more than enough. It scared them so much they agreed to settle out of court. Hope it'll teach other bait-and-switch merchants a lesson too. 300 grand, baby! That's how we roll. Sir, after a bit of tinkering, your plane is now an example of the best current practices in aircraft engineering. Everything's top-notch, including the carbon fiber fins and the alloy wheels and the designer door handles. Well, I don't think that was necessary. But, oh man, look, it's all chic now. You may the internet see them videos dissecting your spending habits all they want. I'll only say one thing to that. The dogs bark, the caravan flies on. Oh, buddy, that bet on president was one of the dumbest moves ever. Don't even ask me how much I'm down. See, Tony, I was right. See, this is why I'm the big guy and you're the vice guy. Just keep that in mind, Tony. Stay in line. I'm just betting on fucking horses. We fulfilled all our promises of 2021, baby. That's how we do. The president has managed to surprise even his fiercest critics. He kept every single promise he made. America certainly hasn't seen that in a century or two. Yeah, baby, 16.1% rating bump. Of course. I hope the president rescues American hero Will Trich, who uncovered a conspiracy within special services and is now suffering in Venezuelan captivity for holding firmly to his principles. Johanna Rizzuto. Here we go again. Another stupid press conference because some old man got released from prison. So what? Other White House staffers Another White House staffer who got busted for taking bribes. I've been feeling under the weather a lot lately. Runny nose all the time. Colleagues keep looking at me funny. Rizzuto, did you know what would happen to help? What? What is he saying? What are you saying, Joe? Nuclear briefcase. Ooh, this is going to be important. All right, I'm going to go take a quick bio break, and I'll be right back in just a minute. And I'm back. Hey there, folks, friends and fans. Thank you for your patience. Mr. President, I have an urgent message. A briefcase containing 5 kilograms of cocaine was found in a secret room in the White House. As definitely faced. I took a break too. Welcome back, Obo. Got juice and cuddled my puppers for a bit. Oh, that sounds nice. Give them puppies some love from me. Along with the cocaine, we found a set of gold-plated tubes and a postcard reading Con amor desde Mexico para amigos de la Casa Blanca. With love. Desde? I don't know. Mexico? With love from Mexico, maybe? For my friends of the White House. It is a mystery what this all means. Of course, we carefully inspect everyone who enters the White House. It's impossible to bring a ballpoint pen inside without us finding it. In the right hands, a pen is even more dangerous than a combat knife. Mr. President, by all indications, one of my people must be involved. And if this fool smuggled in a briefcase, who knows what else he brought in? A bomb? A Confederate flag? Anthrax? I will conduct a thorough internal investigation and punish anyone responsible. We'll turn the whole White House upside down, but we will find this traitor. Just tell me one thing. What should we do with the briefcase? I'm the asshole who tried to set me up and keep the suitcase as material evidence. Get rid of the suitcase and open an investigation so the journalists don't sniff out anything. Bring the suitcase to me, I'll check it over and keep it safe. We can't trust your people with it. Forget the suitcase. What is this about, a secret room? I should probably keep it as evidence, right? Yeah, just keep it as evidence. We don't want to be found destroying evidence. Yes, Mr. President. We'll toss all the rooms, go over video surveillance with a fine-tooth comb, and have our dogs sniff down every single employee. Make no mistake, we'll get to the bottom of this. Buddy, Arthur Leno's autobiography was released today. Remember the guy? He was your college classmate. So here's what it says about you. An utter douche who only ever makes useful contacts instead of friends. Probably still sour at you for throwing him out of the student club. Such blatant lies drive me mad. At the very least, you've got me. You got me, and I'm ready to let the nation know it. Will you let me knock this Lino guy down a peg? What? No, don't fucking worry about it. Tony gets so mad at every little thing. He doesn't know how to let things go. Tony, I don't care about Lino. There's like an entire country to run, in case you forgot. Chill out. The tie is kind of offset. Oh, here, let me fix that. It does seem to happen again. Wait, what? How about como ça? Like this? Oh, oopsie. There we go. I think it's a little closer now. How you doing, Oz? What's up? Good to see you, friend. Thank you. How am I doing? I'm doing wonderfully. How about yourself? I'm my entire team kind of burned out, got exhausted, had some mental breakdowns, but I've been making some pretty good money, and my press has been okay. So things are up, things are down. I found a huge suitcase full of cocaine in a secret room in the White House, so things are definitely weird right now. I forgot the Nintendo Direct today. Oh, is there a Nintendo Direct? What announcements are they making today? Honey, I hate the food here at the Wise House. It's like they never cook anything other than burgers, fries, and desserts. The smells alone drive me crazy when I'm trying to eat my salad. This just isn't right. May I start a healthy eating week? Sure, why not? I don't care. Honey, the White House menu now features many celery sticks, citrus fruit plates, all kinds of delicious things made with soy meat and hummus. I said we don't want any sweet and salty stuff. That's so bad for your health. You should have seen the faces of the guys who love their trans fats and pastries. They're mad now, but I'm sure they'll thank me later. Ellie, did you stress everybody else out? Come on. Damn it. Boss, all the work and no play makes me really mad, and sometimes I punch people when I'm really mad. And when I'm real mad and someone keeps coming, then I might do some serious damage. And what I wanted to say is, I'll be off work for a while. Tell your idiot employees to keep their distance. Alright, boss? Jerry, damn. Everything is ready on my side. Time for another public appearance. An interview is the right choice. After his inauguration, a president becomes a stranger for Tom, Dick, and Harry. But an interview makes him human again. And that's exactly what we need. Boss, you may have heard that I'm a skilled aparatashakik, whatever the fucking hell that word is. That's true, and my skills would be most useful as a chief of staff. When Elle invited me to join your team, I hoped that position would be mine. Yeah, I'll make you a chief of staff next month. Don't worry about it. Hey, buddy, you're close to a historical record. 80% is no joke. Your haters are likely to be those loser establishment communities and their families. But watch your back now. One minor mistake, and those losers will strike back. Each step you take will be examined under a microscope. Each fault will be considered a fatal flaw. Get ready for even larger prejudice than before. It'll be a bumpy ride to 90%. Got it. Wait, no, it's tomorrow. Oh, okay, I see. I was like, I hadn't heard about it either. Not that I usually watch them. I usually just like get the headlines and the big announcements from friends and fam, you know? Okay, there's several things to do here. Create a statue? Oh man, that needs to be like today. To find out what a subordinate can do, select their card. What? If you feel like your subordinate isn't worth the money you're paying, just fire them. What? Why would I fire her? No. What? Why would she's doing a great job. Ghosty, thank you so much for the posture check in the stretch. You sit up. And the consume water. Oh, thank you. I needed that, genuinely. Let me take a big drink for you. Thank you for taking care of me. And thank you for the crystals. The further you proceed, the more people you'll need on your team. To see candidates available, recruit. Okay, cool. Now I can hire some people. Conrad! Some candidates will be willing to work for you if you pay them a one-time fee. Others will agree to become your subordinates only after you've earned a high enough approval rating. Interesting. Like your current subordinates, new ones will require monthly payments from you in exchange for their services. Select a resume to learn about employee abilities and salary expectations. $100,000 a month. What? A veteran of the world stage who can find something in common with everyone. He is fluent in nearly every major world language. He spends his free time with his family, but he doesn't share details about his personal life. Are you kidding? 100,000 just for a diplomat? I don't know. Conrad, he's a burglar though. A former bouncer who loves telling stories about his brief musical career, equally convincing with a gun or bare knuckles. Over the years, he's helped several businessmen through difficult times, but his mouth got him into trouble and he found himself on the streets. It was then that he became a master at cleaning out apartments. Sometimes the owners don't even notice he's been through. Interesting. I mean, I could always use more people, so like maybe I'll do that. Well, first of all, let's send some people to go rest. Clint and Jerry both go get some rest. What else? Favorite president. We have a few things to take care of this month. What do I have? Something new here? Greatest President's book for 100,000. Nah, it's my wife's gift. Come on, I could do better than that. Ooh. Let's see. Favorite president. What am I looking at? Hey man, we're coming up on our first big state holiday, President's Day. I used to think this holiday was to honor the current president, but it turns out it's for honoring previous ones, even faced, God forgive us. So you're out and he's not. But now that I'm thinking about it, who is your favorite president? You never said, and the journalists will ask you sooner or later. If you don't have a good answer for them, they'll make you look like a clown, so don't get tripped up. When I was figuring out my favorite, I asked our information department for interesting facts from their biographies. I learned a ton. I bet you'll be surprised by a lot of stuff. Fun facts about George Washington. He was our only founding father who never received a higher education. He owned a whiskey and brandy distillery. George, my goodness. It burned down after he passed it to his nephew. Oh, dude, good job, nerd. In 1798, this is like a free fun facts redeem. In 1798, John Adams appointed him as the Army's commander-in-chief to improve the draft numbers. The position was purely ceremonial. Oh, interesting. He was stricken with around 10 deadly diseases for the 18th century. What? Including malaria, dysentery, smallpox, tuberculosis, and diphtheria. Jeez. George, you were a tough dude. Hold on to all that. He never lived in the White House, which was built after Washington's death. Oh man, poor George. Abraham Lincoln. He was an amateur wrestler. He was in about 300 matches and lost only once. Man, I remember hearing about that Abraham Lincoln was like a wrestler, but not just a wrestler. He wrestled a lot, and he hardly ever lost. Like, wow, good job. In his youth, he opened the Barry and Lincoln Bar with an alcoholic friend and worked there as a bartender for a time. He was a bartender too? Abe, you old dog. He's the only president who ever registered a patent, a device that helps ships from running aground. Really? What? How neat. He kept important documents in his hat. Get out of fucking town. That's a joke, right? That's a fucking joke. Really? On the day of his murder, he signed the bill that created the Secret Service, although back then the service was for fighting counterfeiters, not protecting the president. Man, that was a mistake. Sorry, Abe. Franklin D. Roosevelt. During his life, Roosevelt was incorrectly diagnosed with polio, but the real reason he couldn't use his legs was later determined to be acute, polyradiculoneuritis. Oh, whatever the fuck that is. That clears that shit up. Anybody in the audience a fucking doctor? He began the tradition of choosing his own vice president. Before then, members of the party made that decision. Oh, really? Roosevelt's wife was a distant relative of his. Oh. Really? So he, married his cousin or something? In 1920, ran in the presidential election as a candidate for the vice presidency and lost with his running mate, James Cox. I do feel like I read about that before. He was fond of collecting stamps. After Roosevelt's death, his collection sold at auction for $80,000. When did Roosevelt die? Well, anyways, it probably was a lot of money back then. 5 fun facts about Feist. Feist's parents forbade him from communicating with black peers? What? During his presidency, he publicly drank over 8 gallons of alcohol, with a clear preference for bourbon. He's the only president who divorced his wife during his term in office. Holds the record for the most broken promises. He followed through with less than 2% of the statements he made during his election campaign. He's starting to sound like he's a parallel for a certain particular former president that we have had very recently. Faith's only son lives in Belgium, where he works as a chef. Faith disowned his son after learning from the media that his son's wedding to an actor at a local theater. Oh, okay, so I know all that. Who do you like the most? Faith stands alone? No, I wouldn't troll him like that. Fuck that noise, right? It's just, you can't. It's an undebatable fact that Abraham was the most fucking baller president. I'm sorry. Yeah, buddy, Lincoln has always been a tragic hero. I respect people who live a life of moral strength with no shame. I bet you can't wait to find out who my favorite president is. Drum roll, please. If he doesn't say me, I'm gonna be mad. My all-time favorite president is you, buddy. Hey, less than a month has passed and none of these, not even Faith, can hold a candle to you. True, we're supposed to be celebrating all the previous presidents, but today, I'm congratulating you. Aw, thanks, Tony. Aw, that's so sweet. When the president was asked to name his favorite predecessor, he didn't hesitate to name Abraham Lincoln. It seems that our president also considers himself something of a revolutionary. Thank you, right in the center. Hold on, let me take a sip of coffee. Mr. President, the United States must be ready for anything, including natural disasters, hyperwar, and even a sudden infertility epidemic? That's not a thing, right? Everybody, you can't get preggers anymore. Fuck. That's why we're establishing... I hope you guys got that. That's why we're establishing the Gene Heritage Foundation. Simply put, it's a bank of sperm sourced from America's best. I know this may sound unseemly, but would you, the nation's foremost man, consider donating a priceless sample to the cause? Bro, I have been waiting months for you guys to ask me to jizz in a bottle. To jizz in a jar. Oh man, I've been waiting so long. I can't yes hard enough. Just give me a few minutes. Ellie, can you help me out? Ellie, get over here, quick! It's a matter of national security. I heard jizz in a jar. You did, oh. What's going on? Some people wanted me to donate a sperm load sample. I don't know. Donate seed to a sperm bank in the event of a massive infertility epidemic in the United States. And so I agreed to jizz in a jar. Sir, I'm addressing you because I believe you want to change the world for the better as much as I do. Who are you? Executive Director at the Jules Car. Conventional cars should be left behind a long time ago. They produce smoke, clouds of smoke even, and generally cause terrible damage to the environment. This is why we want to present you with a motorcade of brand new electric cars. Will you agree? Yeah, absolutely. Replace your boring tinted car with our eco-friendly Jewel. Tinted car? I mean, I do want to have this progressive end. Okay. These are all timing out. This is all over the place, man. All right, hype up the podcast. Help a popular radio host improve his politics-themed podcast. Educate the veterans. Enjoy unbiased press. Interesting. Let's educate some veterans. I'm back. Any scandals that I missed? No, Lilith, but I did just finish jizzing in a jar, so you did miss that. How you doing, Lilith? How was work? Did you do okay? It's not treating you too bad, I hope. Sir, I know you've got your eyes on the country's greatest future, but we shouldn't be shrugging off the glorious past either. I mean, you're the new commander-in-chief, so you're kind of expected to pay respect to the veterans. I guess you just haven't yet had the chance, but I'm here to help with that. Someone recently donated a few cutting-edge computers to Washington Veterans Retirement Home, but there's no one to teach the guys how to operate them, so the things have been collecting dust since. Our vets are proud to a fault, and they aren't going to ask for favors. However, you should find a geek who would teach them. Oh, hell yeah. Ollie, I've got just the thing for you to do. Here we go. This is the thing. We also decided that the only thing that matters to be president is being a himbo. That's right. Roxanne and I figured out the entire qualifying list comes down to being just a himbo. Work was meh, but that's the usual. Sounds like I missed a party, though. Oh, yeah, you know it, Lilith. the party's never going on, you know. It's always going. Dumb and Buff. Oh, yeah, you know. That's a free growl for you, Roxanne. Mr. President, thank you again for your donation to the Gene Heritage Foundation. Hope you aren't taking this outcry about your organization bringing back eugenics to heart. These journalists can make a story out of literally nothing, while both we and you do is providing for America's future. Name, Mr. President. It's just chock full, just overflowing. Of course. Woo! Of course. It's not eugenics, guys. I just jizzed in a jar. Calm down. Let's see. Honeymoon. Wait, hold on. Actually, what I need to do is... How do I... It's this one. I always forget it's this one. Alright. Now, Jerry, you can be chief of staff. Yes, that's fine. And Clint is away on vacation and is expected to return next month. Treasury of the Secretary, Clint. I don't know what these other things are going to be. That'll probably be fine. Okay, we'll get back to that. Hype up the podcast. Honeymoon. Let's take care of this first. Yo, Mr. Prez! Dosh Talks, my podcast, is pretty much dead these days. Remember how I was talking you up all the time while you were campaigning? Suppose some of your winning gotta be owing to what? Suppose some of your winning gotta be owing to me? You mean owed? Now you're in the office, though. I might as well retire. Guess politics were the thing that made my podcast fire. Would you mind sending me some journalist guy to fill up my river that's running dry? Sir, I would... Oh, is he rapping? Sir, I would make it worth your while, because you know my followers love your style. Hey! Alright, sure. Alta, help them out. They're obviously fucking clueless. Wait, burn out? No, you know, it's not a big deal. I don't give a damn. I'm not worried about that. Honeymoon! Why has everything got to be 3 fucking stress points? What is this Mission Impossible music? Mr. President, greetings. My name is Bertha Glover, and I represent Left 4 Dead. Are you familiar with our website? Yes, I am. Yes, of course, thank you. You're among the few publications that don't misconstrue my points. Oh, jeez. Okay, hold on. Talk about being a fucking himbo. I just slapped myself with my pump blocker. Fuck me. Puh. Just like, I moved my hand and I just whapped it into my face. I hope that gave you guys some good ASMR. Did you like that, Roxanne? Thank you, Mr. President. It means that our efforts haven't been in vain. America must get the truth from someone. I hope I live up to your expectations. My question is simple. What will you do if the Supreme Court goes against the will of the people and nullifies your first order of colonizing Mars? Let them try. The American people is behind this, and they're not going to give up. Yes, Mr. President, they won't. For our part, we'll do whatever's necessary for America to keep up to date with the truth. My next question. What are you going to do with the prison at Guantanamo? Are you going to close it? Before making a final decision, I'll be consulting with the intelligence community. I don't really know. Guantanamo is a confusing thing. It should probably be closed, but like, it's complicated, right? I know that it's supposed to be a big deal. I don't really know anything about it. Too busy painting my nails. Sorry. Excuse me, Mr. President, but what is there to discuss with them? Their position is already clear. Oh, I'm going to enjoy hearing their pathetic excuses about why America still has the stain of Guantanamo on its record. Ooh, no, I don't want to say that about the intelligence. They'll be mad. What do they bring up critical points? We have to take everything into account. Several media outlets have reported your successes in establishing contacts with the intelligence community. Are you ready to confirm these reports? I've never had a problem with the intelligence community. I should definitely be stealing a diamond while, like, hanging by a rope in a museum to this music, right? Come on. After a tragedy in a school in Michigan, you've advocated limiting gun ownership. How do you intend to push these restrictions? Governors, congressmen, senators, and ordinary people, I'll do my best to talk to everyone who disagrees. Perhaps the time has come to introduce a new amendment, one which repeals the second. Oh, no, that wouldn't happen. That's going to attack my credibility anyway. No one would listen. It's hard to tell. The devils from the NRA will block any initiatives. Ooh, that's true. It's rumored that in his retirement, former President Face has begun to abuse alcohol even more. Do you have any feelings of sympathy for your predecessor? He deserves a rest. Leave him alone. Over the recognition that his presidency was an abject failure. It's a serious ailment, one that is not easy to deal with. A pickup line? Let me think. Hold on. What's a fun pickup line? And an insult. And a growl. Oh. Well, first of all, that's for you, Oh. Just for you, my dear. And a posture check. And water. Oh, you're just spending all your points. Let's see. You sit up. I'm gonna stretch in. Thank you for the crystals. Very much appreciated. For someone who's a thigh goddess, you know, I'm not really a religious guy, but the moment I saw you, I knew you were the answer to my prayers. Oh. And praise, well, that's easy. Where do I start? Someone who's so skilled in Blender and texturing, someone who's so charming, someone who's so devilishly alluring and mysterious. I'd love to get to know more, and I don't know, the moment you said service sub, I just knew we were going to get along swimmingly. Mwah. Much love, oh well. And thank you for the crystals. Oh, let me get a drink for you too. Aw, she's key smashing. That's hot. In the very first weeks of your presidency, you fell victim to pranks. What is your attitude toward those who want to make fun of you? It's better to do something useful. Yeah, it's fine. Unlike President Face, you don't tweet much. Is that a deliberate decision or just a lack of time? I think I write quite often. You're just used to a president who dumps his stream of consciousness on Twitter. Finally, I'd like to know about your new charitable foundation. How did you decide to open it, and what are you going to spend the money on first? Thanks to Ellie. It was she who suggested starting one. Charity is a personal matter. I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about it. I think it sounds nice to give my wife some credit, right? I'm re-motivated, lol. I've been struggling with her hair. I know you can do it, Oh. You're amazing, and I have full confidence in your abilities. Just have fun with it, and it'll come out right in the end. Mr. President, it seems that's all my questions. Thank you very much for your precious time. I assure you that you won't regret it. Thank you, Miss Glover. Have a nice day. Cheers. Jolly good. In In a personal conversation, the president showed himself to be a sensitive individual who not only answers questions clearly, but also listens to the interviewer. Ha! Nailed it, baby! What is this kid wearing? Sir, there was a Planet Wars. Planet Wars? Is that like a Star Wars thing? You okay, Oa? Mama? Sir, there was a Planet Wars themed LARP in Pershing Park recently, where a young guy who played as Cyan Storm stumbled over a hydrant and broke both of his arms. Damn, how do you do that from stumbling over a hydrant? As a result, the kid was proclaimed a hero of the 8th interplanetary conflict. Now this costume gang demands that we designate the plot around the hydrant as a nationally recognized monument commemorating the LARPing movement. Seeing as Pershing Park is just outside the White House, the mayor's office sent me to hold direct talks with you. Are we ready to give up a part of the park to the LARPers? No! What? That's silly. Sorry, guys. I mean, I love Planet Wars as much as the next guy, but that's just unnecessary. Raph is the best and most flirtatious president. Oh, thank you. So sweet, Lilith. Mwah. I do my best. For my people, my public, my voters, and all them hot bays. Honey, this is a total travesty. Tony sneezing during press conferences makes walls tremble. Yesterday I saw how the journalists were huddling up in the nosebleeds. This nonsense must stop. Surely our Veep has got an allergy, but he won't admit it and keeps embarrassing us all. Maybe you could try and make him get an appointment with a doctor? Yeah, I'll try. Sir, you're making me worry about your health. You're getting nervous too often. I know you're concerned about the future of our country, people's faiths, and the state of the American economy. Only a select few are strong enough to live through all that. However, I found that media briefings make your body temperature rise as much as half a degree. I know you can't do away with all the briefings, but would you consider cutting them down to half an hour from a full 2? No. I need to work for the people, Claudia. I can't just turn around. Proud to be Bimbo VP. Oh, how do I... There we go. By the way, I didn't even realize it would say what kind of thing it wasn't allowed. It was like, it called it misogyny for Bimbo. But it's not misandry when you say himbo, right? Like, it never even once said that. We are proud Zimbos in this household. Damn, can't call myself a bimbo? Yeah, that's Twitch for you. Let's see. We're not going to bother with the podcast. Intimidate the media. Put a lid on the guided tour. Security of gender equality. Okay. Intimidate the media. Bimboism. Yeah. Mr. President, I get all the hot news about my college, and lately I've been hearing more and more disturbing rumors about Just DC journalists. The fact that Just DC's editorial staff has lost all fear and shame. Just DC, is it like a rag or something? The writers there do nothing but criticize your administration and your every decision. Anyway, the assholes are getting high on hot stuff, and their metrics are going up and ours are going down. Maybe you can get a menacing looking guy to watch over them while they drive to work or munch on a hamburger at the coffee shop. Nothing much, just to scare little shits. They're the ones who are only brave in the... Okay, yeah, okay. No, he's gonna burn out? Alvaro's not in a good condition. Why is everything 3? Why is everything plus 3? Cabron. Okay, hold on. I can't... after I send people... Do I have another week to do that? Wait, hold on, what? Honey, thanks so much for making Tony visit a doctor. You won't believe it. Turns out he's allergic to my perfume. I'm now using a different brand because I like not running a risk of flying off my chair when our Veep sneezes. Poor dude. Okay, I can intimidate the media next week. So, what I'll do instead is send Alvaro to go on a vacay, and he can rest. And, guided tour? Maybe? Thembo, ignore my poor spelling. Yep. We like himbos, bimbos, zimbos, thembos. All the bows, all the mbos, all them bows. Mr. President, we've recently done a study on the observance of women's rights in governmental agencies, and the findings are deeply disturbing. Here's a few examples. In Burville, a female town hall employees are forced to walk to another building to use the bathroom? What? In Crescent Park, women simply aren't allowed on the Board of Honor. Can you imagine that? No, things only keep getting worse, and the only man on the staff at Meltwood Public Library, the janitor, pockets the biggest paycheck. What? Only the White House can salvage the government's reputation among female breadwinners. Could one of your female staffers show me around the place so that I could see other women enjoying good work conditions? Alta, you are perfect for this job. I know you'll do me proud. Sir, burn out? What? Alta, you have to fucking do it. I'm sorry. Just fucking... Wait. Guided tour ends this week? Or this month? No, it's next month. Okay, fine. Ay, cabrón. Okay. Treasury Secretary. Team member actions increase stress points by 1 more. Oh, is that why? Oh, that's why. Everything's been costing more because of her doing that. So then if I do this, oh, it's so much better this way. Okay, cool. She can do that then. Why does that increase everyone's stress? Because she's the media darling. Yes, very good. Let's check out some applications then. The diplomat, 60%. It costs a lot though. You're gonna tell me that I need to pay a fucking burglar $83,000 a month? I don't know about all that noise. Fuck that. Alright. What do I have open? I need a press secretary and a treasury secretary. A diplomat might be okay in a press secretary position, probably. Let's go ahead and hire him. That's really expensive though. I'll wait until next month, and if we need it, we'll do it. But for now, we should be fine. Let's move on to the next one. Wait, how about the podcast? Could we do something with that? Some journalist guy. None of these people are journalists, so it's not going to do me any good. Let's just move to next month. Yeah, that's fine. And there we go. Pay for everyone. Yeah, that's fine. Yo, Mr. Prez, it's a shame that you couldn't send me anyone, but I guess this means my podcast is all but done. Sorry, dude. I didn't have any journalists to help you out. Sucks, bro. Suck my presidential dick. Fuck you. Fuck you. Alright, we finished that. Yeah, this was an okay month. It wasn't as bad as February. Finally, everybody got some fucking rest. A compliment or insult, Lilith. As always, I could pick from all sorts of things to compliment you by. First of all, your hairstyle looks great. Second of all, I enjoyed playing games with you the other day. What fun we had together. I really appreciate you being patient with my himbo-ness as I learned how to play a new game. And I really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me and play games. It was a lot of fun and I can't wait to do it again. As always, your company is most esteemed, and my heart goes out to you. Honey, this is bad news, and thank you for the crystal. Wister is out of jail and he's holding a press conference. I doubt he'll have very much to say. Turn on the TV. They're bound to be broadcasting the lunatic's ramblings across the country.
You tired of these
I pardoned him.
yet, Joe? Another worm from the woodwork wronged by the president. It's getting pathetic.
Well, let's give him a chance. I've got a good feeling about this one.
How's that?
Look who we got standing here. There's every figure from the establishment you could name. Even Face took a break from his permanent vacation.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, you may not know who I am, and that's fine by me. I'm a small, insignificant man, a cog spat out by the Washington machine. My name is Archie Wister, and I am an American patriot. I was raised to believe that even a man like me can rise up against a tyrant who always gets what he wants, no matter the cost, a tyrant who thinks nothing of his own people's sufferings, a tyrant who has always escaped justice. Until today, I'm here to present irrefutable proof that the president is a crook and a violent psychopath who belongs in prison.
What? I forget. I pardoned the guy, and now he's fucking backstabbing me?
I worked with the president. I admired the president. The president was a friend of mine. The president pretended he wanted to fix the justice system. His fix, of course, was to turn it into a farce. That's why these prisons were deliberately lacking in several key departments. The cells housed more people than they possibly could. Safety protocols were routinely ignored. Employees received miserable wages. These places are far worse than prisons. They're hell on earth.
Kind of like your face.
When I learned of the conditions in these prisons, it was too late to stop the president. He set me up to take the fall and take the punishment for crimes he committed.
Fuck you.
Today, I call for the United States Congress to convict the president of high crimes and misdemeanors. He should be impeached by the House of Representatives and tried in the Senate and be removed from office.
Fuck you. I rest my case. It's gonna fall on deaf ears, right? Because I pardoned the guy. He's just crazy. Everybody's gonna think he's crazy, right? Fingers crossed. Boss, with all those red sunsets, the warm sea, and the tasty cocktails, that was one hell of a vacation. I've got no idea why I've been so mad at you. It won't happen again. Just tell me what to do and then sit back and watch as I impress you with my skills. Mr. President, I devoted my time off in Hawaii to meditation and prayer. Thanks for the opportunity. I was able to fully regain my mental faculties. In the court of law, fuck you! I rest my case. Exactly, OO. The prosecution rests. Sir, Ollie did great. The vets became computer literate in just a few days. He also installed a few video games on their PCs. Old boys haven't stopped skirmishing in Patch of Honor 5s ever since. Dude, good old Patch of Honor. I love that game series. All those short-lived alliances, swinging sides right on the battlefield, and last-minute strategy changes have made their lives meaningful. In a TV feature shot there, one happy veteran thanked you for giving a chance to live a life on the edge again. I love it. Oop. I can't click on buttons, apparently. Your subordinate is back. Thank you, Mr. President. That was a lovely tour. According to Alta, this administration has created perfect working conditions for women. And this appears to be true. At least judging by a total of 7 female restrooms I was able to locate, that's gotta be a record for a government institution. In my post on the Female Breadwinners Forum, I called the White House a true stronghold of democracy. Such tours will now be a regular feature, and we'll be donating a token amount to your charity foundation each month. Thank you, Mr. President. Nice, we got an extra $50K every month from doing that. Good work, Alta. Patch of Honor is probably better, lol. It's probably better for sure. Better than Call to Your Duty or Field Where You Shoot People At. I don't care much for those game series. Sir, I'm genuinely happy that I was able to put the most powerful man in the United States on green wheels. And it seems I'm not the only one rejoicing. Sands Magazine has named you President of Present and Future. It's all nice and good, but I still recommend that you remove the plastic cups from the waiting room. Okay, we only have 7 more months to make $6 million more dollars. Okay, so think about that, guys. $6 million in 7 months. That's like, what, 800 grand per month? How am I supposed to do that? I gotta stop spending money. Arkville Mayor Alan Rickles has announced plans for the top university in the United States. The construction will be sponsored by several major corporations. Of course it will, because he sold out. Rickles. All accusations against the president are nothing but dirty lies and fabrications. The so-called evidence, whispered presented is full of falsified documents. Thank you, Miss Glover. I knew that interview was the smart move. See? Himbo brain, himbo gain. That's my next term slogan right there. Mr. President, should we be expecting any response to you for these charges? Or you be huddling yourself in the corner pretending nothing happened, just like always? Brr, brr. Yeah, whatever. Ask your bourbon for an answer. Hey man, you want to see what your old buddy Wister was up to? He had himself a press conference and dragged your name all through the mud. Is this the same guy who thanked you so much for pardoning him? What a bastard. I hope no one expected Wister to be in jail forever. The fact that they managed to keep him behind bars for 6 months is a real miracle. We've got to figure out what to do about his empty charges. I didn't think he was going to attack right away. I also didn't think that. Just stop buying coffee and Netflix, random Twitter user with a bunch of numbers. It's so fucking true. So fucking true. Call of Shitty. Call of Duty. I get it. Nice. Zing! Didn't you even bother to prepare for this? You figured that since you had mercy on him, he wouldn't touch you? Okay, don't fight, you two. The reason isn't important. The journalist will honk a little and then forget all about it when the next story comes up. Business as usual, buddy. You're not the first guy to find himself on the bottom of the pile. It worked out before, it will now too. Tony's right. We gotta keep it cool. Wow, Tony being the voice of reason? Tony, what's going on, buddy? I think you underestimate the situation, Tony. What Wister said in there is very serious. And as much as I hate to admit it, we could be impeached on those charges in no time. Impeachment? In the first month of his presidency? Months of his presidency? You must be kidding, Ellie. At the end of the term? Sure. In the middle? Sure, I'd believe it. But not at the starting gate. America wouldn't stand for it. Afraid Congress isn't interested. Ellie, we'd better keep a low profile for now. Aren't you afraid of staying so low that you'll never recover your momentum? You can't let this grind you to a halt. We can move fast and low, Ellie. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. What's stopping us from launching a response? I think we can focus on the amendment for now. If Wister's accusations become a bigger deal in the future, we'll take them down then. Yeah, you never know what else that old schemer will come up with, but don't worry. The important thing is that the American people are on our side. They'll protect us. I'm afraid Congress isn't interested in what the people think, Tony. My dear, in that case, let me ask you one thing. Make sure your support only grows and doesn't wane. That way, talk of impeachment will remain just that. Talk. And yes, Tony, I'm going to ask you to be more careful. Keep a good public face, and don't let the journalists catch you blurting out too much. I never blurt out, I just tell it like it is. And that's what I fear most of all. Oh, you too. Darling, I haven't spoken to Noah yet, but I have a suspicion that he will raise the price for his servants after Wister's performance. I didn't sit still and prepared a specific piece of dirt on ourselves. If we urgently need money, we can leak it through Noah, but keep in mind that the sale of these documents would damage our reputations. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Even this morning, no one would have imagined that the speech of an ordinary office clerk who once worked at the White House could gain such resonance. While experts study the evidence he's presented of the president's guilt, America holds its breath. Is our newly elected head of state actually a swindler? I am not. I am a himbo. I've explained that to death. Thank you. Mr. President, I've heard the latest news. Sorry to say I have to raise my price to $10 million? What? I can't afford that. I couldn't even afford 7. The reason is simple enough. A president under the threat of impeachment is a highly toxic interlocutor for the congressmen I represent. They risk their reputation and their career as a consequence, and you will have to make up for it. I have some good news for you, though. I can offer you now a 2-in-1 service. Pay me and not only your amendment will pass in Congress, but you can also avoid the impeachment. I will find someone who can solve both problems at once. Mr. President, please consider my offer very seriously. Usually people who refuse my services regret it deeply afterwards, but it will be too late for regrets when you're retired or even worse, put on trial. Did you two make a tape? Yeah, Lilith. That's what it is. It'll damage our reputation because we made a little sex tape. You know. Where it was like me just like raw dogging the first lady. And they're like, yeah, this is perfect. Someone will pay tens of millions of dollars for this shit. Sir, I've read the news and I've decided... It's Rickles. Sir, I've read the news and I've decided to show you my support. In this stream, I'll show my followers the way Washington insiders jump out of their pants to pass the buck on to you. The American people support you. Know that, Mr. President. What? He's helping. Rickles? Why? Sir, please don't think I'm a raving lunatic. After all, my duty is to protect you from any threat, even if it's of a mystical nature. Yes, even if it comes from the shaman known as Big Corn Cob. Big Corn Cob, who recently announced a march on the White House. This piebald horse racing character says he'll be in the DC soon and work his voodoo to evict the evil spirit, meaning you. The guy should be put away, that's for sure. Would you like us to do just that, so another loony won't imagine one day it's okay to threaten the president so shamelessly before the entire nation's eyes? Yeah. Get rid of him. Mr. President, the Border Patrol caught a group of illegal Mexican immigrants. Oh, daddy. Old story, I know, but there's a twist. The Mexicans say the Hilarious Slaver Cartel is hunting them back home. If they aren't lying, sending them back would be equal to putting them on the chopping block. You're their only hope, Mr. President. Will you grant refugee status to the poor guys? Sure, why not? Mr. President, every year we spend $100 million on supporting talented college students. After much thought about how to streamline these expenses, we came up with a brilliant idea. Would you consider using your charity funds to establish a presidential scholarship for the cream of the crop? $1 million? I haven't got that kind of dosh. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Bell, but we can't. Mr. President, I don't know how the true story of the Hilarious Cartel was, but later that day, the locals shrugged our explanations off and began rallying outside the Albuquerque City Hall. The rally soon spiraled into fisticuffs and the police and general mayhem. Everyone putting the blame on you. Just so you know, I'm on your side, Mr. President. Having a big heart is hardly a crime. Fuck me, man. It's been a rough day. Darling, I know you trust your team and are suspicious about the new hires, but we won't be able to ratify the amendment unless we expand our staff. We simply won't have enough capable hands. Consider hiring someone when you have the money to spare. Alright, I'll hire some people this month. Sometimes presidents make bad decisions, but you have the opportunity to turn back the page and retry unfortunate episodes. What? Restart month? If something goes wrong, just choose the month you wish to return to. Don't worry about it. What's a little bit of broken eggs for a delicious omelet or custard or whatever? I gotta see the sex tape. Hold on. Wow, $2,200,000. $2,200,000. Several bad people in your administration have been involved in shady dealings. If you sell these documents, they're likely to leak information in journals, but also paid handsomely for the trouble. Man, come on. A pickup line, oh. Let me think of one. You know, I had a pickup line ready to go, but you're just so hot that I forgot all about it. That's a lame one, but let me think of another one. Hold on. Hey, are you good at math? I'm just wondering. If you're good at math, let me know. I like the cheesy ones. Just let me know if you're good at math or not. I need to know. It's curious. It's important. You're good at it? Me too. And the only number I care about is yours. It's so cheesy. Oh, man. Let's see. What am I doing? Ollie, you need a break. Go get some rest, buddy boy. Let's take a look at some candidates. Some applications. All right, Chen, you're hired. Come on in. Do you require my services? I mean, not many have my number. Well, I'll have to get my hands on it then, won't I? I'm sure we can work together. My circle of contacts reaches far beyond the United States. I have people in the governments of the most minor countries and all the major ones. Nice. The cheesy ones are great coming from you. Oh, thank you, Lilith. Ooh, so sweet, you guys. Buttering me up. You buttered this bread, now come sleep in it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Do I need a burglar? I don't need a burglar right now. I don't think. Darling, it's good to see you started to expand your team. We will never have the amendment ratified without help. Just be careful. The more people you hire, the more wages you have to pay every month. And this money is coming from our pocket, not from the country's budget. The specialists we employ are in high demand and won't stay with us long if we suddenly go broke and start delaying our payments. I don't give it out easily, but I'm willing to see what you do for it. What I do for it? Oh, don't worry. I'll convince you to hand it over. Just take a couple of hours, a pair of handcuffs, and some whipped cream, and I think we'll figure it out in no time. Wants to feature a biographic article about you. Alright, why not? Who's hottie over here? Sans Magazine. My dear, the editor of the glossy fashion magazine Sans wrote to me today. They're doing a big article about your life story and asked you to tell them how you decided to enter politics. They understand you're busy, so working from available sources, they sketched out a few versions of how you became political. There's not a lot of choice. The journalist said too little is known about your past to write anything meaningful. It seems more to me like they're not doing their job, but oh well. Well then, which do you prefer? The Boy and the Homeless Man? My Way into Politics? New Sincerity? Since childhood, I've always loved power and control. I already know. It's this one. It's this one right here. I didn't even have to read it. I know. I'm gonna need a cold shower. Damn. Well, why don't we make it a hot shower and I'll join you? Hey. Dear, the public appreciated your sincerity, but a lot of people found your revelations intimidating. They're saying you bullied your classmates and tortured animals. Seriously? What? No. Next time, try to be a little less honest. Everyone has skeletons in their closet. Oh no, it was a bad move. Fuck me. Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, 7%. No. God, that's rough. Fuck me. Sir, I'm sure you don't need to be lectured on how important our flag is to any American. I personally treat the Flag Day as a second to Christmas. Don't you think it's plain unfair that June 14th is just another day when our good compatriots have to drive to work instead of celebrating with their families? Or are they going to find time to teach their children about some patriotism? Maybe it's long overdue to make Flag Day a federal holiday. Absolutely, Miss Weaver. Make it happen. Raph, you always leave me speechless. Hey, you won't be able to talk with that gag in your mouth, you know. My Mr. President, my friend Triana, a transgender woman from Iran, has recently fled to the U.S. I know she forged the paperwork, but did she really have a choice? The savages back at home were threatening to lynch her. Now Triana is facing a deportation to Iran, where she would be going straight to the gallows. I tried applying to every authority there is, to no effect. Bureaucracy is killing this country and people in it. Mr. President, you're my only hope. Would you call it the deportation? Sure, why not? Sounds like a serious enough issue. I walked into that one, you did. But I always find a way to get my hands on what I want, you know? Mr. President, my client is worried about many family members of his not being able to elect decent politicians like you, for the sole reason that those in prison on felony charges are not allowed to vote. Would you consider signing an executive order to lift that ban? Dude, allowing felons to vote is a really complicated ordeal, right? Like, I don't know, or not complicated, but certainly is contentious. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's like, on the one hand, it's a fairly decent idea that people who do, like, felonies are really, really bad because, you know, they hurt other people in very distinct ways, right? So should those people be restricted from expressing a voice for the country? But at the same time, what about people that are jailed inappropriately for like that's already an issue, but also like people in this prison system that actually didn't commit felonies or, you know, framing even. And it's like both of those are angles on there, but like, should we allow felons to vote? What do you guys think? Should we allow felons to vote? I don't know. Lewd. Everyone who pays taxes should be able to vote. Felons would pay taxes, wouldn't they? Taxation without representation is a pretty bad idea. That's a good point, too. I think that's a strong enough point for this video game. And maybe even for real life. I'd have to think about that. Honey, we never have time for a night out. I'm starving for fresh restaurant food like scallops and orange sauce, key lime shoe, or foie gras with some... Oh, the thoughts are alone or mouth-watering. Here's the deal. Ruben Derry, the chef from that hit Devil's Cauldron, Hell's Kitchen show, just resigned from another restaurant. We could hire him to cook for us. Absolutely. Get him in here. Felons pay taxes. Exactly. Taxation without representation is a bad idea. That's a fair point, I think. Let's see. Let's intimidate the media. Now, we had this already. Alvaro, make it happen. How's your Flag Day been, sir? Me? I had a fantastic time. Thank you for the opportunity. The general populace is overjoyed about getting another day off, too. Workers of Michigan even crafted a huge Stars and Stripes cake for you as a token of gratitude. Nice. Oh, honey, I should have rewatched Devil's Cauldron and thought twice about hiring Derry. After 10 minutes in our kitchen, the madman was yelling, destroying utensils, and swinging his junk over our food. What? The result? Everyone ended up going home hungry and irritated. What? That did not happen. Get the fuck out of town. Mr. President, now that those imprisoned on felony charges are allowed to vote, my client is very grateful to you. Don't you mind the yammering of those political commentators on the internet. They may hurl as much shit as you what they want, but the important thing is you've secured the votes of the Marconis for the next election. And while you're at it, the phrase Marconi's puppet doesn't seem in any way offensive to me. Oh well, at least I made some money. Fuck. Snotty Joe, save the whistleblower, witch hunt. Wait, hack the diplomats. Find the vulnerability of free Wi-Fi. All these down, I can't do that. It's not an option yet. Let's see. Snotty Joe. Lure the journalist who has been bothering you at the press conferences to your side. What? I needed to get Tony's signature on something, and while he was at it, he regaled me with all his service stories from the past 10 years. I hinted that I needed to go, but he wouldn't give the piece of paper until I had heard the whole story. And you know, mixed in with plenty of absurd conspiracy theories about the leadership of the FBI, there was one item that intrigued me. Have you ever heard of Snotty Joe? That's the nickname of Joe Lynn, who likes to harass you with insolent questions at the press conference. Yeah, I know Joe. He's an asshole. So here's what I figured. If there really is incriminating evidence on Joe, we could find out what it is and then use it. Ideally, we'd be able to force Joe to work for us, and direct his energy at something useful. Otherwise, he'd be driving you nuts for the next few years. Okay, so who can find dirt on him? A burglar can. Guys, this is it. This is the time. This is when we need Conrad. You're hired. I can't believe it. I can't believe, brother, but I'm going to need... I can't believe, brother, but I'm going to need to work for you again. What? Got the law on my back. They're going to lock me up if I don't pay a fine for a robbery case. Will you give me the money to buy them off? Yeah, here's your fucking money. At least I got that big chunk of money before. I recognize you acted like a brother, so just like before, I'm ready for anything. I'll squeeze or beat anyone. You just tell me who. Okay, well, I've got just the thing for you, friend. Snotty Joe. We're going to take Conrad and Clint. Negotiations. Spreading rumors. It's like Alta would be great for this. Wait, do I have another month? Okay, I have another month before I have to do that. So if I can wait on that and get Alta in there, that might be really good. Witch hunt. If someone coughs in the smoking room, it's all over social media within the hour, and things are leaking from everywhere. Your phone conversations are being reported, the agendas of meetings, even information about back-channel negotiations. One time I was using foul language in my office, and a couple days later I read all about it in Just DC. Vice President Estaba is out of control. Yes, we're public figures now, so we're always under a microscope, but it's getting to be too much. Whoever this new mole is, they're making it impossible to get any work done. It's time we smoke them out. But we can't just solve the problem by going to court and talking to the media. You'll have to keep a close eye on everybody personally. Find out who in the administration is leaking information to the media. Behind the scenes, spreading rumors, persuasion, worldwide elite connections. Connections with people in power. Conrad, you're a sneaky dude. What you got? And, I don't know, Chen, look around. These leaks are from our old friend from DC, the arrogant journalist Johanna Rizzuto, the one who's always harassing with these stupid questions. I don't think there's any way we can make that snake talk. She'll just pretend he's got professional ethics and refuse to betray his source. We'll need to take a different approach. Who will we trust to find the mole? Alright, Conrad, what's the word? What do you got? Threaten Rizzuto with payback unless she identifies the leak. Threaten administration members will pay back unless she identifies the leak. What? Convince her to reveal his source. I mean, he's behind the scenes negotiations. I'm gonna trust Chen to do this. Mr. President, during the negotiations, Ms. Rizzuto refused to budge even an inch. Her face showed no emotion. I'm sorry, but I didn't get anything sensible out of her. She rebuffed my request and said the journalist's ethics would never allow her to betray a source. Conrad, can you squeeze the team a little bit? Because she's not gonna budge. Brother, you've gathered some tough nuts around you over the years. No matter how many times I warned them that it was time for their families to buy out a dozen acres in the local cemetery, they never told me it was leaking the White House gossip. Alright, we're done here. What? Can I add someone else? Jerry. No, never mind. Okay, we're done with that. Oh well, sucks. No witch hunt. Buddy, while you've been inactive, there are so many leaks from the White House that there's no point looking for their source anymore. I have a feeling that all the staffers are undercover journalists. But that's okay. We'll encrypt our conversations with facial expressions and gestures. True, I wouldn't be surprised if after that the White House insides start coming out in graphic novel format. Jeez. Oh god, look at these ratings drops. Oh my god, the White House leaks haven't stopped. It's time to update Vice President Estaba's regular swear count. He set a new record and managed to swear within the walls of the White House 15 times in one day. In most cases, it was in the direction of janitors and other support staff. Fuck, man, I fucked that up big time. Sir, I must say I'm impressed with Vice President Estaba. He may be working for your administration, but he still remembers a thing or two about surveillance. I suppose Federal Bureau training is like riding a bicycle. You never forget. Just to be sure you're up to speed, Mr. Estaba uncovered some flaws in our security system and exposed the incompetence of 5 agents. We fired them on the spot, sir, so you have nothing to worry about going forward. Unfortunately, by slipping through our surveillance, the Vice President has jeopardized his own safety. If we have no idea where Mr. Estaba is, we cannot protect him. I know that you and your Vice President are under a lot of pressure, but you always feel like you can talk to him, right? Put one of your agents in Tony's special circle. I'd advise that the agent is up to speed with conspiracy theories and pretend to believe in at least a few of them. That's probably smart. He'll probably buy that. That's an unusual proposal, sir. But I have just the right female agent in mind. She has extensive undercover experience, and she's pretty and can make anyone talk. Okay. Discount Arnold? Don't worry about it. I believe she'll easily make friends with Vice President Estaba, so he'll always be under our supervision and will stop exposing himself to unnecessary risks. Mr. President, I am adamant a true man of today wouldn't be getting involved with coal or oil. The sensible thing would be to invest in inexhaustible power of the sun. Mr. Face already did just that. He wrote us a check for a hefty amount, hoping for nice dividends. Would you also be interested? Absolutely. Give me the solar farm. I want the solar farm. Sir, that piece of the wall on the Mexican border is now more trouble than it's worth. Are they trashing on the wall at the border? I love it. Oh man, the construction warehouses and the wall itself. And the wall, by the way, is being climbed over by everybody in both directions. And don't even get me started on the illegals who fooled my guys a couple of times by pretending to be workers. Maybe you could order a halt to the construction that Mr. Faced initiated, who's very clearly supposed to be a particular political figure in our recent political history, now former. Oh boy, absolutely. Halt the construction of that crap. Buddy, can't you see there's no one in the whole administration brave enough to stand up to you? Meanwhile, the bad vibes aren't going anywhere. According to Sands, this is a potentially volatile situation. Don't you worry though, I know just the way to help people let off steam. How about you get a punching dummy that looks like you for our gym? Everyone would be allowed to clobber it at any time, and that'd work just as well for group therapy. Would you mind letting your rubber likeness absorbing some of the people's wrath? No, I will not have a fucking likeness of me that people can take their anger out on. They can come and talk to me about it. Fuck that noise. Mr. President, I've been presented a report on unemployment growth in New Mexico yesterday, and it's concerning. Turns out one person in five subsists on food stamps in here. We've got to act on that ASAP. The best course of action would be to ban employees from getting info from police databases. So what if a guy stole some trifle or got caught with a DUI? That doesn't mean he'd be a suspect employee, right? Everyone deserves a second chance. What would you say to signing an executive order to classify the law enforcement records? Wait, I don't understand. What am I being asked to do? Classify the law enforcement records? Sure, I don't know. Sign it. It's fine. What could go wrong? Okay. We're in April now? It's April. Okay. Is there anybody new to hire? No, I already hired everybody. Okay, so we're almost at 3 hours. I'm going to go ahead and cut off here, guys, and we'll get back to this probably next week. Again, this is really fun. A super deep game. I did not expect as much as I've been getting from this. Kind of like a lot. Oh, thank you for the crystals. Keeping me hydrated. To make it so that way employers can't see if people have been arrested for. Oh, okay. So I did a good thing then, so that people could still get their food stamps. That's a good thing, right? I think that is probably. But we will go ahead and get back to this next week. I could hydrate you. Wait, sorry, dehydrate you. At least that's what it sounds like. I mean, dehydrate, man. How would you do that? Make me sweat? I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, I think you're right, Lilith. That's probably about right. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate and love every single one of you. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I will see you on Thursday for more Halo Infinite. So I'll see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye-bye. Have a good night.